It's going. Right now we're getting.
Just got the notification. We are live.
Yeah, it's saying stream status bad at the moment, but give it a minute to update.
Yeah.
I think it'll be good. Oh, you're live?
We're on.
There you go. We're going to give everything a couple of minutes. Our email went out just a couple minutes later than we expected, so we just want to give everyone a chance to join. Oh, let's mute that. Oh, okay, we get super low latency. It's like 2 seconds.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, BB, it is for real this time. Not to point any fingers, but that guy.
I mean, you could say it's not my fault, but it was. It was. But we learned two valuable things, actually. From the first one, we learned that we can't have multiples set up. And for the second one, I learned that the power button isn't necessarily always a power button. Sometimes it's a go live button. So just to give you guys a quick rundown of what we're going to do today, we're going to be announcing the winner for last month's giveaway. We're going to announce this month's giveaway, and we're going to draw a couple of extra winners throughout the live stream just to give away some Waltons gear. We're going to give away hats, shirts. We'll let you guys have your choice of the hat for the most part, right?
Yeah, no issue there.
We've got a second giveaway or separate giveaway sweepstakes, so we're going to run it through that, similar to how you guys have done it in the past, so you should be used to it. It'll all be on the live. So we had 4,027 users in the last month's giveaway. So this will be, anyone who entered, this will be your best chance in a couple of months to win something.
Yeah, as we get through summertime, things start to slow down a lot for us. Our busiest time is through wild game season, hunting season. So in the summertime, lots of traffic disappears for a couple months. So if you want your best chances to win, continue over the next couple months here to enter in the giveaways as much as you can. Definitely a lot better chances than when we get to October to February. Yeah, that's when we hit the heaviest thing. And for anyone who's wondering, what we're drinking right now is this Birra Nursia. I think it's Italian. I believe Sounds
it's Italian, yeah. Made by some monks over there. Somebody from here brought it to, every once in a while we get together and have a beer club. Somebody brought it and I fell in love with it. When I found out Austin had another bottle of it, my payment for coming in on a Saturday was, he brings that and I get to drink it. So.
I've been stocking this away for about 2 years now. It's been just sitting there aging.
It is amazing. And it's really not that expensive, and it is available, or at least in a lot of locations. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Huh. We don't need any help with it. All right, so in case you just joined us, we are going to wait a couple more minutes to really get going here. Email went out a few minutes later than we expected, so we just don't want to start before everyone gets a chance to check their email and log in. I'd say it's roasty and malty. It's not a stout, though. It's like a...
It's an ale.
Yeah, somewhere in like the double range, I'd call it. Something like that. It's got like a little Belgian taste to it as well. Just all around really nice and complex, but it's not, some of the doubles can be almost a little bit hard to drink. This is just nice, easy drinking.
Random, but it does say on the bottle that it's best before June 16th of 2019.
Oh,
so we
just got it. Just got it.
Just hit the perfect date.
Nice.
Who to Lee who? I'm pretty sure it's 5 o'clock everywhere, all the time.
It's Saturday.
Not somewhere.
Matter. And just to ask, I assume everyone's hearing us okay? I mean, no one's commented that they can't yet.
Yeah, surprisingly, we did have 2 goof-ups yesterday, but today we actually had a very smooth start to the live stream.
Yeah,
I think the best one yet.
The last 2 ones have gone off without a hitch if you remove yesterday, which we learned 2 valuable things on that too.
Yeah.
It's close enough to noon.
Irish coffee, hair of the dog.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. All right. So for anyone joining us or who hasn't done it yet, we do have a live stream giveaway going on waltonsinc.com/live. That's going to be the giveaway for some hats and, some hats and shirts that we're going to give away during the live stream. We are going to do where you have to be present to win. So we'll announce the winner. You'll have to announce or say that you're here in the comments, and we'll pull a couple of winners. So we'll just randomly throw out, just pick for a few.
Yeah, I think we need to pull at least one for every hat we have, and obviously people can choose whichever hat they want.
Okay.
But
yeah, I was gonna say.
Give away at least a few hats there and a few T-shirts.
Yeah.
Make sure we get more winners this time.
Yeah.
That way everybody who watches doesn't just wait for one announcement on the big giveaway. We got some extra stuff to go with it.
And then also we got the new almost burnt orange shirts. I like them.
They look a little brighter on camera. It is more of a burnt orange.
They do, yeah,
though.
that's true. Yeah, it's more of like a Texas burnt orange. So if you're a Texas fan, this would be a perfect shirt for you.
We got samples of Walton's orange for the shirt, and they were very bright.
Yeah, no,
we couldn't do it.
It looked like we were getting ready to direct traffic around safety cones. It was definitely safety orange.
Oh, and Josh loves the orange hat, so I'm just going to chalk that up to 1 point for me.
Whatever.
That orange hats are the best.
We'll see how many blue hats get chosen versus orange hats.
Everyone, please choose an orange hat if you win. You will make my day over John.
I'm not even gonna respond, or I'm not gonna try to pimp out this hat at all, because that's just what people will choose. All right, so for the June live stream, we've got 34 users already, and 34 users for next month's giveaway. So people are hitting both. That's good. They don't even know what next month's giveaway is yet.
Somebody does.
Oh, they must.
It's on the /win.
/win. Yeah.
We just stole our own thunder.
We'll just announce that real quick since we've already done it. So for this upcoming month, what we're going to be giving away is a Walton's 11-pound sausage stuffer. So this is the one that I use almost exclusively in here because I'm always doing sausage by myself without any help.
Sorry.
It's got a nice small piston, so it's easy to use, but it's got the added capacity over the 7-pound. Just clamp this down to a table, and it's pretty easy to use by yourself, honestly, especially if you're doing larger casings. Snack sticks can be a bit of a struggle, but not that bad. Bratwurst and anything larger than that, real easy to use. Love this stuffer. This is what I use all the time. We're also going to be giving away a couple of our favorite seasonings for snack sticks, bratwurst, and summer sausage. We're giving away Willie's for snack sticks because we've realized that, it's got to be our best snack stick seasoning, right?
It is, yeah.
It's our best snack stick seasoning, and we never do anything with it, partly because we want people to try different stuff, and Willie's is our best seller, but also partly because it just doesn't sound as exciting as like habanero lime or something like that. But it's awesome. We want more people to try it, even more people that already do. So we're giving you that. We're giving you casings, 19 millimeter. We're giving you habanero barbecue summer sausage for your summer sausage. That's by far and away my favorite summer sausage seasoning. It's awesome. Just got a nice little bit of heat, a little bit of sweet. Giving you casings for that in the 2x12s. And then we're giving you the Philly cheesesteak bratwurst seasoning, which is just an awesome all-around brat. And then giving you 30 millimeter collagen, fresh collagen for that too. So total value on that's, I don't know, 300 and something, 60, something like that. So yeah, definitely enter to try to win that. Be a nice little giveaway. So the glass of water, the largest the shirts come in are 3XL?
3X, yeah.
3XL.
Yeah, this time we got larger shirts. Last time we had quite a few people clamoring and upset we didn't have larger shirts. We could only get XL last time. This time we had an ability to get larger ones, so we got more of the bigger sizes. Hopefully we've got enough to kind of fit everybody. We took a guess on what the ratio breakdown is going to be between all the sizes, but we've got a lot bigger sizes.
We did a lot of, not a lot, but we did a significant amount of research on that, like what would be reasonable. So, yeah. So Willie Joe Kamara says, aloha, guys. I assume that means you're in Hawaii. If it is, I would say we need to run some sort of competition where I go around the country to people's houses and show them how to process.
I'm pretty sure that that falls under your boss's job description.
So if one of us is taking that, that's you?
Maybe. But on the other hand, I mean, we're doing stuff on camera together, so maybe we just say, hey,
go together?
It's a together trip.
And if we're going, we might as well bring the wives.
Mm-hmm. I'll see if my wife is watching, because she'll probably chime in and be like, yeah, let's go to Hawaii.
Wouldn't be wrong. I'm not paying a ton of attention to the comments, but I am seeing a lot of blue.
I'm seeing a lot of orange, though, too.
You've seen one orange, is what you've
seen.
No.
There was, it's been back and forth. It's been orange, blue, orange, orange.
Hey, I see a second orange now. All right, yeah, so Willie Joe is in Hawaii. That's awesome. You're a lucky man. Oh, wow, that's 3 oranges. Oh.
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 Orange, blue, orange,
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 wow.
Blue, orange, blue, orange.
Wow.
Orange, orange, orange.
Shocked.
I'm up 9-3 right now.
And it keeps getting worse.
Papa Sop, you can't take one of each. You got to choose. You got to vote for us. Orange or blue?
Orange and blue. Right now, I'll take anything that says blue.
Green.
Well, that's...
We don't have... Well, we have a camo.
Camo's green.
We did get a different camo this time because we figured on everybody's comments that they'd prefer more of the generic camo. We'll see how those go. I like them. They're great hats.
Yeah.
But, probably a better fitting one than our last few camos. Camo is weird because you don't have as many options on what you can get in the hat. And I'm very picky about how the hat feels and wears. Yeah.
We don't like the structured hat, so it's called a structured hat when it's got all that backing right here. It looks good when it's sitting on a table, but it fits and feels weird on my head. So I've got a long head, not like a well-rounded head. So it's like deep. Imagine Peyton Manning. That's my head shape, just like deep. Terry Stewart says, I voted blue. Then again, I'm colorblind. Yeah, and so for anyone winning any of the hats, obviously, we'll let you choose.
If you choose orange.
I'll keep a running list, and I'll email you guys tomorrow. Get your addresses, get what you want, and we'll go ahead and send it out. I think we are going to do some specifically for hats and some specifically for shirts. If it does come down for something, like we've done a shirt and we just don't have your size, we'll absolutely switch that out for a hat so everybody gets something that they can actually wear. So, quick question. I don't know how to keep using Gleam. Can you just keep drawing winners?
Yeah, we can just, I don't know, you're supposed to tell it ahead of time how many winners there's going to be.
Okay,
I'll put like 20 on it, and we'll just be able to keep drawing.
Okay. Well, we've got 62 individual users on Gleam. So we want to draw a hat winner real quick?
Yeah, we can draw the first hat winner.
All right. First winner for the hat is, I started that way too soon. It's going to take a second here.
Yeah, just drop one.
So say
but,
one?
Yeah, but still click the little button below it.
Allow.
Yeah.
Okay. This is our general, anytime that something like technological, he needs to tell me step by step what it is. All right, so first winner is Stephen Orth. So go ahead and Stephen, just say here, hi, whatever you want in the comments. So that's how we know that you accepted the win.
If you would like to reveal your choice, you can tell us what
You're
color of
free
hat.
too.
Orange, blue, black and gray, camo.
Yeah, let's roll
Want to
those
set them
out
all
there.
out?
Yep. So Jennifer, Gleam, sorry, we use that term. That's just what we use in the background. It has nothing to do with you. If you're entering on waltonsinc.com/live, you're entering for this.
The hats don't even matter. Drinking beer at 11 a.m. Priceless.
Well, we'll give Steve a few more minutes at least.
Yeah, so Steve, if you are listening, one of our rules we wanted to do is...
Here.
There we go.
Yep, I'm here, Stephen North, and I'll go with...
Orange.
Do you mean gray? I think he means gray. That's got to be what it is.
I heard orange.
Okay. All right, so Stephen, I'll go ahead and I'll get your information from how we used to pick it, and I'll email you either after this or tomorrow, and we'll get that all set, and we'll get it sent out to you. Congratulations, that's our first winner.
Great selection.
This is actually really going to hurt my...
It is.
Not my feelings, but my perception.
Yeah?
Because I was so excited. We talked for a long time about like what to do with hats this time. And as soon as the blue one showed up, because it was kind of not a risky pick, but it was different than anything else we've done. As soon as I saw it, I was in love. So maybe I'm just, I don't know. And as far, so Lori says she loves the camel. Each one is different, so you will get a few different patterns on it. So some might have a little bit more green, more black, more brown. It's just the luck of it. Quick thing, we are going to be doing, what is the name of the show in February?
Oh, Pheasant Fest.
And Quail?
And Quail Classic.
Quail Classic.
So as of Friday, yesterday, we officially signed on as a national sponsor of Pheasants Forever and Quail Forever. So if you are not a member of Pheasants Forever or Quail Forever, I definitely encourage you guys to find a local chapter, get involved. They do great things with conservation, really help out the hunting community in general. But if you follow them at all, you'll start to see us popping up in different places. We've got a whole bunch of stuff with them coming out over the next year. And one of their biggest events is Pheasant Fest and Quail Classic, which is one of the biggest conventions for most specifically upland game hunting, but a lot of it, I mean, it's hunting in general. In my opinion, a lot of hunting crosses over. People that do one upland game hunting, a lot of them are deer hunters or waterfowl hunters. If you hunt, you have a very good chance of doing a lot of different types of hunting. But if you've never heard of Pheasant Fest or Quail Classic, or if you are a member and you go there, be on the lookout for us there next year. We'll have a huge booth there right next to their wild game cooking stage. It's going to be a pretty cool deal, but we're really excited to be on board with Pheasants Forever and Quail Forever. Going to provide some cool opportunities over the next year here.
And can we tell them about the recipes?
Yeah.
Okay. And then in the actual magazine, the print, we'll be having some quail, pheasant. We'll try and switch it up between a couple of different upland style recipes. And then also on Pheasants Forever's website, we'll be having a video recipe every month. So something new, probably 2 new things will be coming out every month. One will just be a print recipe. The other one will be a video recipe, showing you how to cook quail, pheasant in interesting and fun ways. I can see Joe Hell already probably thinking of things to try. So.
We'll definitely do some fun stuff with it, try to get outside of the normal, not just a baked pheasant.
Right.
But we'll definitely have some even if you guys don't follow Pheasants Forever and Quail Forever, you guys will still be able to get and see stuff. But we'll make sausage out of them, make jerky, do what is our kind of niche there in some of those sausage and jerky products. But it's going to be a really cool opportunity.
Yeah, I've already got my first one in mind, and I'm really excited for it. Not telling anybody yet because I haven't totally flushed it out, but it's a version of a recipe I already make that I love, and I think it'll be really good with pheasant. I think so. Yeah, no. So for anyone who doesn't belong or at least look at Meatgistics every once in a while, Joe Hell's one of our main users. I mean, he's in there all the time, and he posts a lot of pictures, and I suspect he's got some sort of, I don't think he says he does, but I suspect he's got some sort of photography background. His pictures are just, I mean, they're awesome.
He takes better pictures than
we do.
The average user.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, certainly than I do. We have other people taking our pictures now and taking care of our videos. And I've said it in a few live streams, but if you have noticed an increase in the quality of focus and lighting, it's because we brought somebody else in to do it. No, why did you do that? Freedom Ranch just said, I think I changed my mind and like the orange better.
Oh, Joe officially, he takes bad photos now. He says he uses an iPhone 8 camera.
Hey!
So if you were using a Pixel 3...
Austin would love you then.
I would be on board.
Yep, and Scotty's Backyard Barbecue is absolutely constantly commenting both useful and important things on our YouTube channel. So he definitely has some good insight into that. The gray and black is a great hat also. I wear that one as well.
Do you want to draw another hat and see if someone will pick the blue to make you feel better?
Feel free.
Am I drawing or are you drawing?
You can draw.
Okay.
And also, while we're doing this, anyone who has meat processing questions, we're also here for that. Feel free to ask us about favorite seasonings, what goes good with what.
Our next winner is Amber Kolb. Amber,
oh, wow. She just commented.
Yep, orange. I see it. 2 oranges.
Hurtful.
Congrats, Amber. Thanks for picking orange, too.
All right, so that's 2 oranges. To Willie Joe, it's 6 a.m. in Hawaii. He's on.
That's early.
Early.
I didn't realize that's that far off in time.
Yeah, it's way out there.
That's as far off in time as it is from here to like the middle of Europe. Because we're 5 hours off of like Greenwich Mean Time.
Okay, but
so if they're 5 hours,
are the time zones the same over the ocean?
Yeah,
they are. Same space, same distance.
Should be. There's 24 time zones. I mean,
and they don't mess with those.
I mean, they do slightly do this because every country wants to finagle with things, yeah. But
I hate time zones.
We got somebody from the Philippines.
No.
12:23 a.m.
So that person's still up.
Hopefully.
Yes. Yeah, it is Greenwich.
Greenwich.
Yeah, not Greenwich.
No, it is Greenwich. That's how it's spelled. That's how I pronounce it. But I live a mile away from a road that is called Greenwich, and then where I lived previously was off of Greenwich.
Oh, whatever.
Everyone here calls it Greenwich. If someone along there calls it Greenwich, we tend to poke and jab and be like, why are they saying it wrong? But I understand that most people in the world call it Greenwich. But
so I'm not from Kansas. I'm from upstate New York, and I refuse to call it the Arkansas River. They call it the Arkansas River in Kansas.
It is the Arkansas River.
It's the Arkansas River.
No.
Yes, it's spelled the same way as Arkansas.
Kansas
River.
Kansas is the shorter form, and then Arkansas came after, and they decided to change their wording. But since
that's ridiculous.
In Kansas, and it's
the Arkansas
Kansas
River.
is the shorter form of the word.
Actually, the Arkansas River just
Arkansas
blew its levee.
Oh,
Have
really?
you seen that? Oh, yeah.
I was driving downtown yesterday, and it was
no, not here.
Well, just here, it was still high.
Have you seen
it was
pictures
over the
of
banks.
Little Rock?
Mm-mm.
Ooh.
Really bad?
Oh, yeah. Very bad.
I know they were talking about up north of here, a lot of the reservoirs in northern Kansas, they built those after a flood in like the 50s to kind of keep a flood from happening again.
Yeah.
Problem is, they're like all full. I haven't read anything in the last few days now, but they were talking about, if it keeps going, at some point, they can't let them overflow there. They have to let water out.
Yeah.
Could be a
Something
bad deal up there as well.
Yeah, we've gotten an insane amount of rain down here the last couple of months, honestly, or last month at least. So somebody asked what was the best flavor of seasoning for summer sausage and also some country smoked sausage. So for summer sausage, I would definitely say, my favorite is the habanero barbecue, but I tend to like things with a little bit more, pronounced flavor. Yeah, I don't know if that's the right term or not. It's got a really nice little bit of heat, not much. I know habanero can scare some people sometimes, but it's got a really nice sweetness to balance that. If you're looking for just like a classic summer sausage, I would definitely say the H Summer. It's our best seller, and it's a really good, just regular summer sausage, very tasty. Mm-hmm. For country smoked sausage, when I think of a country smoked sausage, I think of something a little bit more basic. I don't think of a ton of flavor.
Probably a Polish or a German.
I was going to say German.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like a German smoked sausage would be really good. All right. Patricia has to go to work, so let's pull one more winner now for a shirt.
Okay.
And see if she wins.
Let's give like one extra minute here. Hey, Big John. Where you enter, and if anybody hasn't entered, has to be at waltonsinc.com/live. There is a widget on the page, just offset if you're on desktop view to the side to enter, or if you're on mobile view, scroll down a little bit. But you have to be on waltonsinc.com/live. If you're watching on YouTube, we are streaming the YouTube video live on our website, but the giveaway widget to enter is only on waltonsinc.com/live.
All right, so I'll give it another minute, but also at the same time, Patricia, we don't want you to be late for work. So if you are the winner, we'll just accept it.
Just give it like 30 seconds and go for it.
Counted on my fingers.
Did you really?
All right, draw winners. I can never tell. I thought I hit it, but it didn't. Okay. All right, winner for a shirt is Charisse Martin. So Charisse, just give us something in the comments. Let us know you're watching. Yep, and Gary says he uses the H Summer every year.
Joseph Kane is saying sausage has got to have a lot of flavor. Louisiana country smoked sausage. Definitely depends on where you are through the country as to what you expect out of the flavor. My first impression from kind of the Central Plains to Midwest is when you say smoked country sausage, it's probably not going to have a lot of flavor. But as you go south, you're definitely going to expect a lot more flavor, definitely more towards the Cajun and some sort of spice, or not necessarily heat, but at least spice to it. And then you go north and you get a whole different perspective, way east, way west. So it definitely depends. I'd say for me, the average is a fairly simple tame sausage, but country smoked sausage could definitely range a lot.
Wherever you are in the country. Somebody asked, what do you recommend for a slightly spicy hickory smoked breakfast sausage? So for slightly spicy, there's the Italian spicy. One of the, is it the H104, C104?
Yeah, I'm looking it up. I keep a list of our top 10. And one of the spicy breakfast sausages is in our top 10 list here. And I just
H110C, yeah, not C104. H110C pork sausage seasoning has got a good spice to it, really good. I mean, the hickory, you're just gonna have to smoke it over hickory or add some hickory smoke powder. It's a great tip for anyone who doesn't have a way to smoke sausage or anything else and wants to have a smoked flavor to it. We sell something called hickory smoke powder. You use just a tiny little bit of it, and it really does impart a nice hickory smoke flavor. Cherry Wells, hold on a second, it's asking me to show this comment. It says, so do I need to be here with you on YouTube, or do I need to go over to waltonsinc.com? Wherever you can comment, as long as you can comment and say that you're here, to enter, you actually need to go to waltonsinc.com/live. That's how we're drawing the entries. All right, and for, I don't know. Have you seen the last winner comment?
No. Oh. Wait for it.
It was Sharice Martin.
Oh, no, never mind. Yeah. I saw Sherry. I don't see a Sharice. Okay, so with that,
I'm gonna go turn the air down further. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
It's getting a little hot in here, guys.
Okay. Sharice Martin, if you are out there still, leave us some sort of comment. Let us know that you're still watching. We've got to have some way to know that you're there and that you have acknowledged that you were the winner that was selected. If you do that, we will make sure we get a hold of you and get things sent out to you there. Don Nellens, I really like the Holly regular breakfast sausage spice mix. I know why it's the best seller, however, is there a different one that's a favorite? I am still trying to find where that is. I may run and grab a catalog here because I know I have it in the catalog.
What are you looking for?
The top 10 list for overall seasonings.
Okay.
Because there's multiple breakfast sausage on there, multiple summer sausage. But that is an easy way to look at it and say, what is everybody across the whole U.S., what are they buying the most of? Willie's is a top, Holly Regular is a top, H Summer is a top, and Blue Ribbon is a top. in their kind of different categories, but I'll see if I can go find what the number 2 maybe is across some different categories there.
All right, so I don't think Sherry Wells is Sherry, other last name. Sherry
Yeah, I don't
Martin.
think so.
All right, so give her another, I think just,
give her 5 minutes or so, and then we'll draw a new one.
Okay. All right, so if we hear from you in the next couple of minutes, we'll go ahead and get that for you. Otherwise, we'll redraw a winner. And I actually probably need to keep a list of ones that don't worry about it. Go.
No, we can, on Gleam, we can go invalidate.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm going to go see if I can grab a catalog.
I'll let you hit that button. The invalidate button?
Oh, the invalidate button.
Yeah. I'm basically a Luddite. All technology scares me, so. Like, some form of grinder is probably as far advanced as I normally go with technology. I got a smartphone for the first time 3 or 4 years ago, and I don't love it. There was a question about goose sausage that I'm looking for. Is there a way to search this? Yes, okay. Catherine Daly asks, I intend to use a commercial farmed goose to make jerky and snack sticks. I intend to use the breast meat for the jerky and the rest for the sticks. Okay, that's smart. The breast will tend to be lower in fat, or intramuscular fat, so that will work well for jerky. Is it recommended to use all the goose fat? So for your sticks, you're gonna wanna be somewhere in the 70 to 80% or lean, 30 or 20 to 30% fat. So fat has a couple really important parts in the flavor. One, fat melts and it coats your mouth with the seasoning, so it lets flavor linger a little bit longer. Also, it helps keep some moisture in the stick. So if you make like a 95% lean snack stick, it's gonna be really dry and not very flavorful. There is a way to do it. I have made, well, I guess that was a bratwurst, but technically it wouldn't be too much different. So you can use a combination of something like a carrot fiber and sodium or cold phosphate. So the phosphate increases the pH in the meat, and that increases the water holding capacity, so that will make it juicier. However, that's also gonna decrease the shelf life of your meat. So if you're doing this commercially, that's not a good option. What I would do for your snack sticks is I'd grab some pork fat and add that. Yeah, pork fat is superior, at least in my mind, to any other type of fat in its creaminess. So it's a better option than beef fat. The only one that comes close would be duck fat, and that's expensive to get.
So for our top 10, ready?
I'm ready.
Do you want me to tell you and let you look, or do you want to guess at what's actually in there?
Like top 10 overall seasonings?
Overall, all seasonings.
So Holly.
Yeah.
H Summer.
Are you going in order?
No.
You have to go 1 to 10.
I don't want to go to order. No, I can't go in order.
Okay.
So Holly, H Summer, Blue Ribbon, Willie's, Colorado Spicy. Do I have all 6 so far?
No, you're wrong on both Colorados.
Neither of the Colorados are in there?
Mm-hmm. Most people make a lot of jerky, but people make a lot more sausage.
Wow.
Not a single jerky seasoning is in our top 10.
Okay, that's surprising.
Yeah.
Is Philly in there?
No.
Okay, I'm trying to think of more basic flavors.
Only one
Just give me the
bratwurst is in there.
Okay.
So it's number 1, Holly Regular,
Yeah.
2, H Summer, 3, Willie Snack Stick, 4, Mild Italian, 5, Blue Ribbon Bratwurst, 6 is the H110C pork sausage, 7 is Jalapeno Summer, 8 is Maple Pork Sausage, 9 is chorizo, and 10 is hot Italian.
How could I forget the chorizo?
Yeah.
So for anyone who's never made it, chorizo, and specifically our chorizo seasoning, is something you have to try. Generally what you do with chorizo is add vinegar to it for 2 reasons. One, you want it for the taste, but you also want it because vinegar denatures proteins. So what that means is it prevents them from binding together, so it gets real crumbly. So most of the times when you see chorizo like store-bought, it'll come in a tube, like a plastic tube that you break up and put in with like your eggs or something like that. But I love putting it in a casing and eating it in a bun. It is absolutely delicious. So.
Did you see the comments while I was gone about Therese Martin answering?
Oh, no, she did?
I don't know. There's several in there.
I went back up. I went back up and was talking to somebody about Goose sausage. Okay, so Therese Martin won. I'll go ahead and contact her. Catherine was the one who was asking about Goose. She says, is there another question? Yeah, there we go. Okay, nope, so she asked about pork fat. Okay, so yeah, pork fat, it's your best option. Yep, and Don says I really like the Holly regular breakfast sausage with a different flavor. The H110C, really good. So is both the mild and the spicy. Mild is almost a misnomer. So it's got flavor to it. It just doesn't have heat.
It's mild from a heat perspective.
Right, it should be called low heat. Because when I think of mild, I think of like a German sausage seasoning.
Yeah,
something that's just like pretty bland. But it's not.
It's not bland, no.
It doesn't have a lot of heat. So I would say that the H110C or either one of the Italians.
My assumption too is on Italians that Italian sausage is never really that bland.
No. Fennel.
Usually Italian food is fairly flavorful.
Yep.
So I think some of it depends on what you're trying to achieve there. How does that relate there? Like mild on Italian may just be heat, but then if you're talking something else, it may be more flavor. If it was a mild German, it's probably a even milder flavor. I don't know.
All right, so that's everybody who we've drawn so far is a winner. Do we want to, let's draw the winner for last month's.
Okay.
I'm drawing it. All right, I heard you clicking because that's 2
I
months
already drew
last
it.
that you've drawn.
I already drew it.
You did not. Allow repeat winners. All right, so the winner for last month's giveaway, May's giveaway, is Jeffrey Bullard. This isn't, we're not making people be present to this one to win that. So Jeffrey is the winner of last month's giveaway. So Jeffrey, if you're watching, and all the other winners, also I'll email you tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Monday.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, I will not email you tomorrow. I'll email you Monday. We'll get everything set, get it sent out to you. So for everyone who won, you'll have a choice of what hat you want or shirt. Jeffrey, you'll also have your choice of hat and shirt, as well as the general giveaway. So congratulations.
Big John talking about he made beef jerky the other day, put it in the fridge overnight, was not able to get to it until 2 days later. Do you think the cure will still work? Yes, you're fine. As long as you're just putting cure in it, cure, seasoning, no issue there. You can hold it for a couple days. The worst you're going to do is it's going to stick. It's going to get harder to work with and pull apart. It's still going to be completely fine. Even if you're making another type of sausage where you put another ingredient like encapsulated citric acid in it, you're not supposed to hold certain ingredients like encapsulated citric acid. You're not going to make an inedible product. It's not going to be optimal. In any scenario, you should probably do it as the maximum if you can hold a product for about 24 hours. Past that, It's not optimal, but it's going to make a completely fine product. You're not going to hurt anything at all.
So Don asks, is it good to add carrot fiber to bratwurst mix when using all pork butts? It's not going to hurt anything. So carrot fiber holds 26 times its weight in water and does do a good job of keeping moisture in your sausage. With a bratwurst, that's not quite as important as with a cured sausage, like a summer sausage, snack stick, or regular cured sausage. But it's still going to be a yield enhancer, and it's going to give you a more juicy bratwurst. So there's no reason not to use it. If you want to use it, perfectly fine. If you don't want to use it for a bratwurst, that's okay too. But the only time I say that you really should is if you're making a cured sausage that you're smoking.
Yeah. I might add something to that, is that carrot fiber helps hold water. And we use that more maybe in the cured sausages. In the fresh sausage, not as much. But the fresh sausage, what you would typically find at the store is going to be a higher fat content. And fat is a good replacer for moisture. Yeah. As you cook a bratwurst as a fresh sausage, you may be, from the store, eating a 60% lean, 40% fat sausage. So you don't need extra water in that because there's so much fat. So I would say the more that you lower your fat content, the more you should probably put something like carrot fiber, Sure Gel, soy protein blend, something else in there to help hold moisture. If you're doing a very high fat sausage, it's not as big of a deal.
So Ghost Hunters of Ozarks asks, any advice on electric smokers, brands, things to look for option-wise? I mean, our favorite is our PK100 from Pro Smoker. It's an electric smoker that we use for 90% of what we do here. One of the things I would, but it's expensive. Definitely very expensive smoker.
It's worth it though. Expensive, but worth it.
So we've got the PK100, and what's the big one? Is it a 500 or 300?
500T.
So and then we've got a 500 in our test kitchen, which is a huge smoker. I will any day put something that comes out of the PK100 up against that in taste or amount of smoke. It doesn't do moisture, so it's going to be a longer smoke because you can't control the humidity as well.
Yeah.
But it puts a better smoke color on it. I think so, at least.
Yeah, I think some of that is the programming. What we set back there is the average programming that you would expect to see when buying a retail product, because it's something one of our commercial processors is buying to cook product for the retail market.
That makes sense, actually.
Most people probably don't want as much smoke on it as you and I like.
Fair enough.
It would because honestly, some of the stuff we make out of there, the smoke does overwhelm a lot of the flavor, but I like that.
Not since I've started using apple and pecan.
Think so?
Yeah, I don't think the smoke flavor is quite as hard. I'm not a big fan of mesquite. Hickory I can go with sometimes, but I use apple and pecan on like 90% of the stuff I do. On my home smoker, my pellet smoker, it's always pecan. That's the only thing I use. So,
I use hickory because it's cheap, and I can't taste the difference.
I can taste the difference.
I shouldn't say that. But yeah, I should say pecan's better because
it's more expensive.
We'll sell something that's more expensive.
But also something you should look for as far as features go is insulation. It's going to make a big difference whether you're cooking in the heat or the cold. It's going to keep your temperatures a lot more stable. Now, electric smokers are going to go up and down. You're going to, say you set it to 160. Sometimes you're going to look at the internal temperature and it's going to say 180. Sometimes you're going to look at it and it's going to say 150. Because what it's doing is it's waiting until it hits a certain trigger point for either too high or too low. It's either going to stop it or start it so that the average is that temperature you're looking for. So you'll get waves up and down. If you're doing a gas smoker, it's going to be fairly steady once you get it stabilized. But just be aware of that. So what is the mildest sausage? I'm a wimp.
German.
The German?
German.
Right? Or the...
German or Polish, like...
Swiss is pretty...
Oh, okay, yeah. Do you want a fresh sausage or a cured sausage?
So if you want fresh, the Swiss is pretty wimpy.
No, even past the Swiss, Jayville. Is it that what it's called now? Maybe.
No, it's no longer
no,
Jayville.
It's not called Jayville.
It's
Jerry's.
Jerry's Brat.
Used to be called Jayville.
Called Jerry's Brat now. For the
Shouldn't
last 4 years, it's been called
whatever. Jerry's Brat.
So Jerry's Brat. But Jerry's Brat's also really good.
Yeah,
really
no,
good.
it's a really good brat. It is, but it is a mild flavor. It's milder than Swiss is.
Oh, I don't think it is.
Yeah, I think it is.
Do you remember when we argued about what was hotter, Gigawatt or Inferno, and I won that one?
Yeah, but this is different.
It's just the opposite end.
It's not like a spiciness comparison, though. It's a flavor, kind of like the mild Italian. It's a mild from the flavor perspective, or the heat perspective. Which way does it go? This way, I'm saying.
It's literally the exact same thing. It's just the other end.
Yeah, but it's a different seasoning. I don't know. We'll try them.
Yeah, we definitely.
Try them both. We'll see what happens because I might be wrong, but I think Jerry's is probably the mildest one we have.
Okay. Well, we'll make someone try it for the next live stream.
Now I'm gonna look though. I'm gonna pull up bratwurst and see
what is mountain mahogany?
If something else would fit.
Stephen Cook says I smoke with mountain mahogany. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, that's probably something unique to just a certain area.
I can imagine. Glass of water, first world problems, that's pretty good. Okay, when you smoke snack sticks in the PK100, do you hang them or use grates? Also, can you really smoke 25 pounds of snack sticks at a time in the PK? So I always hang, it's just better. If you have pretty perfect placement, you can get 25 pounds in there. You're gonna wanna not loop, you're gonna wanna cut. So take one run of it, see how long it takes to go from the bottom up and over to the bottom, run that out horizontal, cut all your sticks to the exact same length, and then you should be able to lay them all out and everything will be even. If you try to run them back up and over, you'll start losing pounds, a few pounds.
Yeah. You lose space. You lose snack sticks because it curves at the bottom.
Well, you don't necessarily. You lose what you could sell for a snack stick. A home guy doesn't care about that.
Yeah. Even when you're making it at home, you like making like the straight, perfectly uniform snack stick. Like even at home, the curved pieces are kind of like the red-headed stepchild.
They're still good.
They taste fine to you, but you want to like. Who makes stuff at home just for their own personal consumption?
Oh,
I think.
do. That's me.
You're different.
I don't share with anybody.
Most people, I would argue, they make it at home and then they share it with friends and they gloat about it. Like, look at what I made. This is awesome. I like doing, yes. And you get that curved in, and it's like, it doesn't look as good.
That is true.
At home, though, I would agree with you, and I'd eat the curved pieces, no problem.
No problem. Absolutely. Yep, so Joe says his Masterbuilt doesn't fluctuate more than 5 degrees, according to the thermometer. You might want to put, like the Grill Eye, just an ambient temperature thermometer in there. And that's another good point. Grill Eye for the Pro Plus just came out with an update that I recommend anyone who has one goes ahead and does right now. So what it does is gives you the ability to monitor your thermometer from anywhere that you can get an internet connection. So it doesn't matter if you're in another state, another town, as long as both things are connected to the internet, you can check what it is. I've tested it from my house, I've tested it from other sections in here. It's perfect. You don't even lose connection. So. Mesquite is a weed. Huh.
Did you answer the question about vac-sealed jerky?
No, didn't see it.
Okay.
I'm gonna run out real quick. I'll be right back.
Jerry is asking, For long time storage of vac sealed jerky, what's best? Freezer, fridge, or shelf? Regardless of whether it's jerky or any other type of meat, your best storage is always vac sealed and in the freezer. Depending upon what type of meat it is, it's going to last longer in the freezer. Jerky, if you make jerky that is dried enough to truly be called jerky, and you cook it to 160 degrees, if you vac pack it and you put it in the freezer, it is going to be good for all intents and purposes indefinitely. It may start to degrade on flavor or texture or something years down the road, many years down the road, but it's going to last for a long time. If you put it in the fridge, cured meats and jerky, it depends there. Jerky, again, is going to last for a long time, but it depends on, did you get a shelf-stable product on the jerky? On the shelf, most jerkies, if they're done properly, they can last for months. Some jerkies, if they're not cooked and if they don't get to 160 degrees, they're not dry enough. A lot of what you have to deal with on shelf life with jerky is your water activity, which from a home perspective is very hard to figure out. So it's hard to tell, are you going to have a shelf-stable product? So jerky is going to be your best lasting thing. Regardless of how you package it, it's going to last longer than anything else. But if it's done right, it's in a vacuum packaged container and it's in the freezer, I would pretty much say indefinitely. Fresh meat's going to be the least. I wouldn't use fresh meat in the freezer past maybe a couple years. At that point, you're going to start to degrade enough and get some freezer burn that it's not going to be as good. But everything you do, it kind of depends upon what your process was, how you prepared it, how you cooked it, if it was a cooked product or if it was fresh, what went into it as it was fresh. Did you prepare it in a sanitary environment? But shelf life is a very commonly asked question, and something that is kind of hard to give an answer to at times because it does vary. We can't just give a blanket answer for just a product because what you did along the whole process to get to that finished product will change what the shelf life is going to be. You want to draw another winner?
Sure. All right.
We're still only on 3. Okay.
Yeah, we should probably draw winners more often. We both had long-winded answers there, so. All right, winner for a hat is Dan Crossman. So Dan, just go ahead and say that you're here, and we'll go ahead and contact you on Monday and get one sent out to you. There's a lot of people responding to each other in the comments too. I like that.
Wait, say what?
There's a lot of people responding to each other. Like I've seen a bunch of
with
people,
the app.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Custom Cruiser says black and gray. I'm taking that as a blue because it's not an orange. I think we have to just
Black and gray.
Black and gray hat.
If camo or black and gray beats blue,
I'll be devastated.
We're going to come up with a punishment for you. I'm going to bring Patrick on for the next live stream and make you be the video,
he'll love
video
that.
editor.
He'll love that.
I don't think he'll do that.
We'd go down a lot too. All right, so I'm watching the comments closely for.
I feel like we've missed a few comments here and there. So if somebody out there, if you have a question we have not answered, please ask again. We're trying to scroll back up as we're looking through stuff, and we do miss things. So if you have a question you still want answered, re-ask it, and we're going to do a better job here of monitoring.
We'll try.
Yeah.
What is a helper hat? blue is helper hat?
I don't know for sure, but I could make some assumptions, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It blew.
What I miss?
Yeah. Read the latest one from Joe Hell.
Your apprentice. I won't say anything. But that was good to see, man. I was happy for you. So Ryan's asking about the Excalibur's new honey barbecue seasoning for snack sticks. It's got a really strong taste. I'll say this, almost universally here, everybody loved it. Everybody in our commercial sales, they could not stop talking about how good it was.
I'll chime in on that too. Like,
go ahead.
I was talking with Brett. Brett is our president and CEO. Brett's actually my dad. Since we're a family business, there's obviously a lot of family members that work here. But talking to him yesterday, and he was like, "Hey, did you get a sample of the honey barbecue, whatever?" He's like, "There's a pack wherever." And I'm like, "Somebody make something today?" He's like, "No, it was just back there." And he was impressed.
Okay.
And he has tried everything under the sun. Like, he's been in this business for 30 some years,
yeah.
And for him, a lot of times he gets stuck, in quotes, stuck on the staple flavors like Willie's for snack sticks,
right.
Which nothing wrong with that because Willie's is amazing. Yeah. But he was shocked. He really loved the honey barbecue. Just throwing it out there that probably a flavor a lot of people would like.
Okay.
You don't like it?
Didn't like it.
Are you kidding me?
It's the only one I've ever had that I didn't like.
Everyone else but you likes it. Just saying.
Literally everyone else but me likes it. And like, I can make a snack stick. I do a pretty good job. The person who made these snack sticks is the best person at making snack sticks here. Dylan.
Was it Dylan? Yeah. Okay.
So the best processor, everyone else loved it. I was the only one. Honestly, it's the only thing I've ever had here where someone walked around and said, "Do you want some more?" And I was like, "Nah, I don't want any more." Because usually I'm like, "Yeah, I'll take all of it." But
there's something wrong with
There's something in there. I don't know what it is, but yes, there's definitely something wrong with me. Absolutely.
That is horrible. That is
yeah, no, but literally everyone else. How many employees do we have in?
40.
40 something. 39 people liked it. I was the only one who didn't. So how to make sausage or sticks when you didn't win the grinder? There's got to be a funnier comment further down. You can buy ground 80/20 at the store. If you can find something a little bit fattier than that, great. If not, buy that and buy a package of beef bone marrow. Push the bone marrow out of the bones, and that'll up your fat content considerably, and go ahead and just start from there. You'll already have ground product. Ooh, what is your best steak seasoning? Ultimate Steak and Roast Rub. I will not accept any
Waltons Ultimate Steak and Roast Rub.
Okay, yeah, but it's close enough where you can't call it the same thing, but it's a version of the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. It's the only thing I put on steaks at all anymore, unless I'm doing a tri-tip. If I'm doing a tri-tip, I still use Cyclops Greek.
Really?
Oh, I love Cyclops Greek on tri-tip. It's so good for some reason.
Do you inject it or marinate?
Inject.
Inject? Okay. I can get on board then. Thinking of injecting, Mike is asking, is pork belly to make bacon good after injection, soak in fridge for 24 hours, then smoke? Video talks after 3 to 5 days of soak. If you inject and you use something with erythorbate in it, you are ready to go. If you do not use erythorbate, you should hold it.
I'm still going to say hold it overnight for
with
equalization.
erythorbate.
Yeah. Just so it can, because when you're injecting, no matter how careful you are with it, you're going to have pockets. So some places will be better cured than others. If you hold it overnight in a 50% strength solution, that lets everything inside the meat just spread out. So everything will be evenly cured. And then the next day, or 12 hours later, you're good to go. How long will pork casings last in the fridge? In the fridge, a couple weeks, if not a month at least. More.
Well, it depends. Are they in the original package, or have they been taken out? If they're in the original package, I'd almost say indefinitely. As long as you don't open them, not quite indefinitely, a year to 2 years. For me, I mean, I'm gonna make something in that amount of time.
Yeah.
A year to 2 years unopened. If you open them, shorter for sure, maybe a few months, but.
If you can, re-vac pack them, or then vac pack them and throw in your freezer. I mean, you'll have some breakdown of, I mean, it's a cellular structure, so as you freeze it, you know, you'll have things expanding and then they thaw, they contract. So it'll be a little bit weaker, but there won't be anything wrong with it. So, and in a freezer, you'll have almost unlimited. All right, good. Joey's team blue. So that's all that really matters.
No.
Yes.
No.
It is. Yes, it is.
You guys are killing me, Joe.
Oh, smoked marlin. That's got to be good.
Can we do more fish things?
Can
we go to the ocean, do some deep sea fishing, and bring it back? And
so in July, when I leave here, I'm going to do at least 3 deep sea fishing trips. That
like
was
the ones where you
deal.
like bring in like the 10-foot long whatever.
You hope for it, but that was the deal with us going down there.
That's gonna be awesome.
But I've been eating fish nonstop. Captain's Bay. So I've been testing a lot of our seasonings on fish. Captain's Bay is the best overall fish seasoning we have. It's awesome. Ultimate fish seasoning is really good on whitefish. But even better than that on whitefish is buttery garlic, either the rub or the wing shake, doesn't matter which one, they're both great. And then on salmon, is it smoked salmon seasoning or salmon seasoning? Whatever it is, that is really good too. But overall, the Captain's Bay, if you've ever had, what's the name of it? We used to use it on crab all the time. Old Bay. If you ever had Old Bay, it's even better than that. So it's even great on like the fake fish stuff you get, like, or the fake crab stuff you get, like the flake that they make to look like crab.
Yeah. I can't pronounce somebody's name. Somebody's asking, if you open and resalt, won't they last a year? I think referencing to the pork casings from before. If you open some sort of hog casings and you do resalt them, you re-vacuum package them, yeah, they should continue to last for a year to 2 years from the original date that you got them. The big thing there is making sure that they stay salted, stay vacuum sealed. They'll last a long time there.
So Custom Cruiser saying he has a 44-pound mixer and a Wesson 32 grinder. It randomly skips teeth with only 25. Does it not do that if you have more meat in it? Have you tried it with more meat? I don't know that that would make a difference. When you're saying skips teeth, I imagine you're talking about the connection between the grinder and the mixer.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Is that while you're hand cranking, while you're powered mixing? I don't know.
Well, no, he's clear. I mean, not clearly, but I would imagine he's talking about when he connects the two of them.
When he's powered mixing. Yeah.
And then John Van Norman asks, "What's the best way to grill pork chops and keep them moist and tender?" I mean, I'd do either reverse sear to keep it moist.
I've been doing a lot of cheating. Boneless pork chops.
Okay, there's nothing cheating about that. That's not cheating.
You can buy
That's how most people do their
You can buy pork chops already done, or even like boneless pork chops.
Gotcha.
I buy a pork loin and I cut it up into boneless pork chops.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of those lately, and for me, it's the low and slow. I don't even do the reverse sear necessarily. Would it be better with the reverse sear?
I would think so.
Probably, but I set the smoker at like 200 to 225, and I just cook till they're 145 internal.
Yeah.
Just let them go.
That'll work. So for anyone that's watching that doesn't know what we mean when we say reverse sear, previously it used to be thought that the best way to cook a big solid hunk of meat like a muscle was to sear the outside to lock the juices in and then cook it at a low temperature. Turns out it's not. The best way to do it is to start out low and slow, and then once you've gotten up to within 5 to 10 degrees of what you want the finished product at, pull it off, let it rest while you get your smoker, grill, whatever, up to temperature, get it screaming hot and throw it back on there a minute to a minute and a half aside to get a nice, like, somewhat of a char, you know, Maillard defection on the outside. It's not going to be as good as if you did it normally, but that's honestly, I think, the best way to do it.
I think we need to draw another hat.
Okay, go ahead.
Our next winner is Bobby L'Esperance. I don't know how to pronounce your last name there. That's my best guess, but Bobby, B-O-B-B-I. If you are on, leave us a comment down in the comment section and let us know you're here, and we will get you added to the list. Willie is saying he also uses marlin to make a Portuguese sausage mixed with added pork fat. I don't think we have ever done that here. We have never made a fish sausage.
The only thing I've done is in one of the two, it may be both the failed andouille videos I made, I used fish. So I tried to do andouille twice here. The first time I put too much of a certain ingredient in and we determined that it wasn't edible.
It was not safety.
It was not safety. The second time I did it, shot it, everything was perfect. The taste was amazing. I mean, I brought it around to everyone. Everyone loved it. I gave it to customers in here who are into our retail shop who were saying it was one of the best things they've ever eaten. Went to edit the video and everything was out of focus. It was terribly disappointing. So that's the only time I've ever combined fish with any type of pork or beef. But
I now have a little bit more respect for Joe Hell and why he chose blue. He just posted on Meatgistics that what his first car was. He got it from his great grandma when he was 17, and it is a nice looking blue car.
Man,
I can do blue now.
I don't even know what kind that is. It's not a Camaro.
It is a
60s and 70s American muscle car.
Skylark.
Oh, that's a gorgeous car.
Not old enough to know what a Skylark.
There's an official Team Blue thread. He just came back. That is gorgeous. So marlin's a lot firmer than you'd expect from a fish. Huh. All right, so real quick though, we haven't had a response yet from Bobby, right?
No.
And I don't see a response from our last winner either.
Wait, who was the last one?
Dan? Dan Crossman?
Dan Crossman and Bobby L'Esperance. If you are out there, we'll give you guys about 2 more minutes. Give us something in the comments. Let us know that you're there. If not, we will draw a couple new winners.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I searched Dan, the last one to see. All right, there's definitely nothing from Dan, but we'll just wait and do them both together.
If for some reason we do miss a comment from somebody, we can always go back and double check and search through comments later. Make sure after things are over that we did not miss you, but we will do our best to see them as they come. If we accidentally invalidate somebody and draw somebody else as a winner, we'll send out extra gifts. It's no big deal.
As long as my dogs don't eat any more of my hats.
Did you share a picture of that on Meatgistics? I would. Okay. Unless you don't want to.
No, that's totally fine. I've got a pit bull mastiff mix and a straight African mastiff, a Boerboel, and they both, but definitely the Boerboel loves my hats. And I've got, well, the orange hat, the all orange hat, Riggins messed that one up. And then the Boerboel, the new one, took my perfect, like I went through all of them and selected my favorite, and now it's got, this is all pulled out and it's got teeth marks over on this side, but whatever, it's just a gym hat now. All right, so Bobby, I would say, still has a few more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and
just cross out Dan and
redraw another one for Dan.
Do it.
All right, so drawing another winner for a hat. Ron Kiker. Oh, a local guy, Hutchinson, Kansas. Yeah. Sorry to give out your location, Ron.
Ron, if you want to come in to pick it up, let us know. If not, we'll ship it out.
Yeah, Jennifer, my dogs are full of character, that's for sure. I make fun of them, but I like them way more than you should. All right, so we're still waiting for Bobby the Sprance. Yeah, Bobby the Sprance to respond. And then we just drew Ron Kiker. All right, so Willie Joe, you said you need a large hole grinder plate. How large are we talking? Are we saying like chunk? Are we chunk meaning like a kidney plate or like a 1 inch? Yeah, Abshalom, it's close. There's no way I'm getting rid of my dogs, so. But my wife loves my dogs too, so that's no problem. Oh, I've always wanted a Bernese Mountain Dog. That's what I tried to talk my wife into before we got this Boerboel, but she didn't like all the hair on the Bernese. They're gorgeous dogs. Yeah, thank you. All right, so 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch for the Marland. So Ryan's asking if the 26-pound electric stuffer, if it works for stuffing 21mm snack stick casings. I wouldn't use it for that. I won't go with anything smaller than, is it a 30 or 32mm?
30.
Okay. I won't go with anything smaller than that. You'll get bouncing on the piston, and it's not good. So no, I wouldn't use it for anything below a bratwurst.
I will say, I can't promise anything, but we are working on that. I mean, you know some of that. Okay. We're working on electric stuffers. We're trying to get something that is different and better than one, what we have, and two, what everyone else out there in the industry has for a small home style electric stuffer. I'm confident that someday we're going to have something different. Today, as it stands, we don't recommend going below a 30 millimeter on the electric stuffer. Yeah. Does not end up working to our satisfactory results.
It works. It's not good for the machine. Long term, it's going to break the machine, and it doesn't just give you as consistent as a stuff as you need.
So I just realized one of the things we did not say anything about, coupon.
Oh, yeah. We definitely should have done that earlier.
Yeah, I should have done that earlier.
We're terrible at this.
One of the things I always forget in the live streams is to do something past the giveaways. Something for those of you that watch to kind of benefit you guys, help us get viewership, help us grow, and give you guys something in return. So I'm going to try to remember to do coupons at more of the beginning of every live stream.
More people can see them.
Yeah, but we've got one for you today. This will give you $5 off for every $50 you spend, up to a maximum discount of $50, which means $500 then. So if you spend $500, you get $50 off. If you spend $50, you get $5 off. Everything proportional in between. Use the coupon code June1 in your shopping cart, and you'll get that discount. That is good through July 31st. So you got 2 months to use that. Basically equates to about 10% off of whatever you're purchasing. So if you got something in mind, something you're going to purchase soon, use that coupon code June1 in your shopping cart and save a little bit extra next time you order.
And then 2 quick things. Lori, what did you just open? And Robert, are you talking about the Weston electric tomato strainer? We definitely would have done more videos on that if somebody hadn't broken part of it.
I never got a replacement, did I?
Oh, yeah. So we're waiting on we'll go with that. We're waiting on a replacement part for something that somebody broke.
I didn't break it though, but I'm responsible for not getting the replacement.
Oh, no, I definitely broke it.
You broke it?
Oh, I broke it.
I haven't got the replacement.
If anything breaks around here, it's almost always me. Lori's a Coors Light girl. Nothing wrong with that.
Just cracked open a beer.
All right, so we haven't heard from Bobby or Ron.
Let's just draw new ones. Let's do 2.
Well, redraw Bobby. We'll wait a minute or 2 for Ron, and then we'll redraw Ron.
Oh, I haven't refreshed. I thought we were talking about the previous person.
Did that one. Papa Sop's already 2 beers in.
Wait.
Or more than 2 beers in.
I don't know about you, but I'm only like half a beer in.
Oh, that's a huge lie. It's an enormous lie.
Half that beer. Okay, drawing a new winner. Allowing repeats. Clicking it. We're 10%, 100%. Here we go. We have Diego Kaku. I'm probably saying your last name wrong. K-A-K-U. From Minnesota. So if we have a Diego from Minnesota, if you are watching, leave us a comment down below. Let us know that you are on, and we will get you your choice of a hat.
And again, for anyone just joining, Jeffrey Bullard was the winner for last month's giveaway.
For Jennifer, we should drink some coffee beer.
Oh.
She's drinking.
Just not smoked coffee.
No, not smoked coffee.
Never doing that again.
Jennifer's
so we
drinking
tried,
iced coffee,
if anyone
so
wants to watch something kind of funny, Austin and I tried smoking coffee and tea and then drinking it. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. People have tried to get us to do like smoking coffee beans and then doing it, but I'm not interested in doing anything with smoked coffee ever again.
No, I still think that will work.
Not doing it.
I'm gonna do a Willet barbecue by myself someday.
You can. You're more than welcome to.
It'd be good in a beef marinade.
It would not be.
You know,
it wouldn't be good in any. I was just trying to think of that. It wouldn't be good in. It got so bitter.
It got bitter.
So bitter.
Okay.
No, not bitter. It got ridiculously bitter.
This is where I will say I can taste the difference in smokes. If you over smoke the heck out of something, it's easier to do it on hickory, and I will taste the bitter out of over smoked hickory versus something else. But if we do a milder smoke, back then, that was probably when I was still choosing what we were smoking with, maybe, because that was one of the first ones we did. So I don't remember, but I want to say it could have been hickory.
It was definitely hickory.
If it was hickory, the bitter was probably the hickory, not the coffee. Our fault was probably using the hickory. We should probably go to the pecan or something and do a smoke for a couple minutes instead of, I think we did like an hour.
Yeah, we did a long time.
Yeah. We could make it better. At least we could make it not as bad.
We could make it not as bad. But it's not as, the segment isn't, will it not be as bad? It was terrible. I want nothing to do with this. We'll walk out of here. I'm gonna find a guest appearance for that day then, and I'm gonna try it. And when it's good, we're gonna laugh at you. Somebody, Ghost Hunter, Jeffrey was the winner of the May grinder. So QRODX just asked, listen, if we want to get somebody else in here and try smoked coffee with pecan, you're free to try. It's not going to be good. I will guarantee you that. First of all, as coffee gets cold, it gets bitter on its own.
True, yes it does.
So we're cold smoking it, so we're letting it get cold and then adding smoke, which by its nature is bitter, just making it more bitter. I think one of our giveaways maybe should be to come into Wichita and do a Willet barbecue with Austin. We're just going to cut you out of it. Probably have to do a double because probably people want to be there for you too. So we do a Willet barbecue coffee. Whoever wants to do it with me, something good, and then let them do something with you. Do something fun. Nope, we tried the cold brew. Austin brought in some. It was a cold brew. Was it? Wait. For the coffee. On the coffee? Yeah, it was cold brew, wasn't it? I doubt it. No, it was. That was long enough ago. But it was something like that. If I brought it in, I probably did it with my French press. And with my French press, no, you don't think so? It was a store-bought. It was store-bought? Mm-hmm. Then it was Starbucks. Oh, it was Starbucks? Yeah, it would have been just Starbucks ice brew, or cold brew, whatever. We've talked about rattlesnake and gator. Gators, not that it's common, because it's not anywhere out of the South, but gator's been had by a lot of people, right? Like Willet barbecue gator. I mean, to people up in the northern half, that'd be, oh my God. But to the South, that wouldn't be anything. Rattlesnake could be on another. I will eat gator. I'm not eating rattlesnake. You will eat rattlesnake. No, I won't. I guarantee you it's delicious. I am terrified of snakes. I will not do. I will not do snakes. It'll be good. I could be talked into it, but there needs to be a good reason behind it. Just past. People would like to see it? No. Well, maybe. Past you going, we should do snake. We should have a poll. Did you invalidate Bobby? No, I didn't. I didn't invalidate him. So I'm not invalidating people anymore? So I'm about to invalidate Ron and pick another winner. Did you invalidate before? Yeah. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Okay. All right, so I haven't seen anything from Ron, so I'm going to go ahead and invalidate him and draw another winner for a hat or a shirt. and draw a new winner. All right, Bill Summers. If Bill Summers is here, you've got until, it's 12:29 here, you've got until 12:33. If you don't respond by then, I'm going to go ahead and draw a new winner.
So do we have anyone we selected left who has not confirmed?
I don't think Diego has responded.
Okay.
That's been long enough too.
Well, yeah, we should cut that off.
Diego, you've got one more minute.
You know, I don't know that we should talk about this while everybody's watching, but I will, because
that makes me uncomfortable.
Joe commented,
okay, I feel better now.
Fly me out, I'll drink anything once. We had talked about that on
offline, yeah.
Basically a package for something else, but I think honestly we probably should do that someday. We need to do something where our giveaway package is the winner. We will fly them in, put them up in a hotel room, have them come in, visit Waltons for a couple days, and spend that time with you, me.
Learning how to make new things, trying new things.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's not even a downside. I don't know where we would put them up that it'd be that exciting. And we've already talked about this. So,
yeah.
I mean, we'd have to put them up somewhere close, obviously, so it's easy for us to get them from here and there. So we live in first of all, Wichita by itself is not that exciting. I love Wichita. Came down from New York, and I mean, if we leave, it will be for some incredible opportunity. I love it down here. But it's not an amazing, fun area. And where we live in Wichita, it's even less so. I mean,
it's a nice place to live.
We don't live down.
There's not like $500 a night hotel rooms that are just glamorous.
Fun.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
But yeah, no, I definitely think we could do something like that. So I've got an entire downstairs, an entire level of my house that nobody ever visits.
It honestly could be like a asterisk on the deal that says if you'd rather stay at John Roston's house, your house is nicer than mine. So
I've got a entire level of my house that my chore once a month is to go down and clean out cobwebs because nobody goes down there.
They could stay in my basement, but it's unfinished. So
that would be interesting.
They should probably stay at your house.
But we got rid of the blue Bud Light football thing. They could have slept on that.
They would have had to have slept on that. Honestly, though, I think we should figure out a way to make that work because I think it would be fun. The stipulation would be that if we bring somebody in, we're going to make some videos with that person.
Sure.
It's going to be a whole marketing aspect for us. We're going to make a lot of videos over a couple of days. But as long as you're okay with being on camera, we're going to have fun with it. Yeah. They'll have fun with it.
We have fun with almost everything we do. Plus, there is some really cool stuff to do in Wichita. For anyone who isn't from a major city, our zoo is amazing. Plus, Tanganyika, I always say it wrong. Tanganyika is another zoo that's like a sort of a petting zoo that's unreal. You can pet a rhino on its nose. It's awesome. It's worth going just for that.
The lemurs.
But they don't let the lemurs sit on you anymore.
Yeah, but it's close enough.
Yeah. So it used to be, my wife sat down like this, held the berries, which is what they want to eat, in her lap. Lemur jumped right up on her, grabbed her hand, pulled it down, ate the berries. I sat down, the lemur looked at me and was like, and just ran away. Made me sad.
Most people would.
Yeah, that's fair. Joe, we wouldn't make you sleep in a tent. You could sleep somewhere. We've got enough rooms. All right. No Diego. I'm about to draw a replacement for Bill. You want me to draw mine first? Yeah, I should draw mine first.
I would just draw them both.
So I can say repick win. Oh, hey, you don't even have to invalidate. You just repick win.
Oh, nice. You learn something new every day.
Yeah. Like how I messed up 2 live streams yesterday. Shane Bell. Shane Bell, you've got, it's 12:34 here. You've got till 12:37. Basically, we're trying to let you guys who are watching win something.
Mandy, that is not encouraging, saying that your basement would be like a fear factor challenge to stay at night in there. Pretty sure that's
We're getting
not good.
Well, hold on a second. I love the Joe Rogan podcast, so if he's down there, then I'm staying.
Either way, I'm not. I've seen Fear Factor. Interesting show, but
yeah. Yeah, but Joe, your basement is in demo mode for something hopefully truly spectacular. I'm really hoping you're talking about what you're saying you're going to do on Meat Just Sticks, because if you do that, it's going to be awesome.
From what I see out of Joe on Meat Just Sticks, he needs to make his whole basement into like half of it is a smoker and half of it is like a curing chamber.
From what I understand, the entire thing is going to be a curing chamber.
Before I got married, my ultimate goal, based on the temperatures I kept in my house, was through a good portion of the year, it would be perfect temperature and humidity for a curing chamber.
Right.
And I was going to hang sausage everywhere. I got married and I realized that that's probably not a good use of my space.
It's not going to happen. So Robert, yeah, the hats are for sale. They're $5 off. That started, right? Did I put that?
Did you put it on sale today?
I put it on.
It'll be $5 off on Monday.
I think I can do it now. So the hats are $5 off, as are the shirts.
You can do the update attributes on like all of them at one time.
I'm just seeing if I actually did it. No, I didn't do it.
Okay.
What am I putting on sale for?
Whatever's $5 off.
Oh, $5 off?
Yeah.
Off of that price?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hats will be $5 off this month. I was going to say starting Monday, but I'll just do it now.
If you have an extra chimney vent, Joe, I've never tried it, but I really want to. Could you take a smoker and could you put it inside? Could you hook it up to a vent and could you use it? Would you get...
What type of chimney vent are we talking about?
It's a vent. I mean, it's going to go outside. Does it matter?
What, yes. Like, what's the fuel? I'm sorry. Like, what are we burning?
Anything.
No, not anything. You'll kill yourself if you use something with like a bunch of charcoal in it.
Well, okay, it's going to be charcoal or gas.
Okay.
Or wood pellet.
Well, no, not or gas. Like, gas has to burn something to create smoke. Gas by itself doesn't create smoke.
Yeah, but they have like gas, like fireplaces inside your house. So they have wood burning fireplaces. They have gas fireplaces. I mean, they have different deals that burn stuff in your house.
Right.
They vent out. So if you had a vent, could you put a smoker, like electric?
Oh, okay.
Like
now I understand.
Charcoal,
now I understand. Okay.
Wood pellet, anything in your house, as long as you had a vent to go to, and could you smoke it in your house?
It certainly wouldn't be approved by...
We don't have to worry about like...
I think we do if we're giving that information.
We're not giving advice. We're asking a question.
Okay.
Would it be possible?
Normally, you're the cautious one, and I'm the go with whatever.
I'm only asking questions.
Okay. I wouldn't recommend that. Like if you took the PK 100, put it in your living room and tried to vent it to the outside. No. No. Not a good idea. It's not a good idea. You want to go for this.
I don't know. It would be not in the living room, but in the basement, in like
in
a corner of something.
House. In nowhere in your house.
I have seriously had that question multiple times before. Can I use the PK 100 in my house in this room?
It's got the vent right at the bottom, which is still above the smoke source.
It has to draw in though.
Easily can come out.
It doesn't come out.
It easily could.
Maybe.
All it takes is a difference in...
Joe Hell, yes, that is a dare. That is a dare.
It is not a dare. All right, we have to end this right now. Austin is clearly... I don't know what you meant by change the entire category, so you're going to have to do that.
Okay.
For hats and shirts.
You click on... Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
We'll do that later.
So whoever asked about hats and shirts, if they're going to be on sale, yes, they will be, or you can buy them at any time at full price. They're going to be on sale here shortly. Yeah, see, Robert says, I burn wood, it turns ceilings black and the walls. Well, that's not good.
I would, yeah, okay. We maybe should not try that then.
We did. So Steve, yeah, the PK is definitely pricey. There's no question about that. Much more expensive than your regular home smoker. Also much better. It's thickly insulated. I mean, that thing will keep a temperature really, really well, whether it's in direct sunlight on a 105-degree day or if it's outside in, I mean, Kansas, we get 103, 104. We also get 0 and somewhat negatives. And that PK will do a great job keeping its temperature no matter what. But yeah, no, it is pricey.
So to kind of go back through where we've been on the live stream so far. We picked a May winner. We revealed the June giveaway.
Yep.
We also gave out a coupon for $5 off each $50 spent up to a $50 discount or $500 in total purchase. That coupon code is June 1. So if you're going to make a purchase over $50 in the next 2 months, it'll be good till July 31st. Make sure you use the coupon code June 1st in your shopping cart. Some of the other things kind of gone over. Obviously some general chit chat. Picked a lot of winners.
But hold on, real quick. Haven't heard from Shane. Haven't heard from Diego. Or did you redraw Diego?
I just redraw.
Did you or no?
No, I did not.
I'm going to redraw both Shane and Diego. Sorry, go ahead.
So while he's redrawing, some of the other things. As of the end of this last week here, we signed on as a national sponsor for Pheasants Forever. So if you are not a member of Pheasants Forever or Quail Forever, we would strongly encourage you guys to do so. They're great with conservation, but be on the lookout in the Pheasants Forever content that they push out, whether it's a magazine, their local banquets and chapters, their national stuff, for some of our material there. And very long term, the Pheasant Fest and Quail Classic come February 14th through 16th in 2020. It is in Minneapolis Convention Center. We're going to be there with a big old booth. So if you want to come meet John and I, we will be there along with a few others here from Waltons. Definitely show up, say hey, shake our hands. We'd love to meet everybody.
So winners were Bernadita Sims and Edward Matia. So it's 12:43. We'll give you 3 or 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 12:47 to answer, saying you won or saying you're here. If not, we're going to draw new winners. And one other thing, so the sales video, which should be live in just a day or two, will show this, but we're actually putting our 7-pound single and dual speed on sale this month. We're also putting our 26-pound electric on sale, so the Walton sausage stuffers. So something that we don't do very often. So again, the winners were Bernardina Sims and Edward Mattia. So if you guys want to respond in there saying that you're still here, if not, we'll draw another winner in 3 minutes. So 18 Arrowhead, good. I'm glad that it's always scary when I have to be the voice of reason. That freaks me out, because I generally think of myself who's willing to do anything. When I try to talk people out of things, that scares me. So I'm glad he's on my side here. It's not a good idea to take a outside smoker and bring it inside the house.
I'm not saying in the house, but in a basement. There's a difference.
That's the house. How is that not the house? That is definitely the house.
It's kind of the house.
It's absolutely the house. Okay, so Ted is here. Awesome. I'll go ahead and contact you on Monday. And then we're still waiting on Bernardina. So Bernardina, if we hear back from you in 2 minutes, you can go ahead and be the winner. If not, we'll redraw another one.
We're at the point I think we should just draw like 4. Draw 4 people, announce them, and just see who's left.
All right, yeah, go ahead. That's fair. We're going to run out of hats a lot quicker if we keep doing this every month, though.
That's fine. I'll buy new hats. We got 4 new winners. We have Damon Priest, Gary Owens, Lewis Eppolite, and I'm going to invalidate that entry. Never mind. We have 3 new winners. Damon Priest, Gary Owens, and Lewis Eppolite. If you are still watching, let us know in the comment section, and we will get you added to our winners list to pick out whichever hat, shirt that you would like.
And we're still waiting for Bernardina Sims. You've got 1 more minute. All right, so 18 Arrowhead is Gary Owen.
Gary Owen,
awesome.
Got it.
Joe, if you built a pizza oven, I can only imagine what would come out of that. So it depends somewhat on how slowly you want to bring them up. Usually I can get snack sticks done like say 19 millimeter or even 21 millimeter in the PK in 5 hours, 6 hours. What is that?
I think that's the ice machine.
Sounds like it's coming from the wall.
No. That's just offices over there. It's got to be the fridge.
Fort Drum, New York. My brother used to be stationed there. You get that lake effect snow. So 18 Arrowhead, I'll go ahead and email everybody and let them choose whatever color they want. All right, so I'm invalidating Bernita, and we're going to draw a new winner. Repick win. Matthew Connolly. Yeah, so I used to live in Webster, right outside of Rochester, and lake effect snow could be fun, except if you're trying to get across the Bay Bridge, and then terrible and frightening. Again, that was Matthew Connolly. Matthew, will give you just a couple of minutes here.
So we're still looking for Damon Priest and Louis Eppolite.
Robert Davis asks, do you have to use all the salt in sausage and meat sticks? So one of our earlier, before I even really came into this role, one of your
That was my deal.
best, absolutely best videos was, did you even do a video on it, or was it just a post?
No, it was a video.
A video, okay. Was the importance of salt. And yeah, do you need to use all of it? And maybe you could back it off a little bit, but it's not a good idea. Salt has so many more important functions than just taste. I mean, it is key to meat processing, so it's not a smart thing to cut down on. You will end up with a far inferior product. And we do have a couple products like the Das Salt Free, and we've got a couple of sausage seasonings that are like reduced salt. They're not as.
In my opinion, the reduced salt or no salt things, are better as like rubs. If you want to use them on like the Das Salt Free is as good as a rub on some sort of whole muscle meat. If it's a pork loin, a brisket, or something you want to do like that you don't want salt, but you want some spice flavor to, use that. But if you were talking a further processed meat product, any type of cured meat, you have to have salt. You can't not have salt. The reduced salt stuff, most of the times what you see in reduced salt is in a fresh product. Fresh products can get away with reduced salt. Bratwurst, Italian sausage, you don't need as much. It is going to reduce the flavor, but everything else that you contribute to the reduced salt, what happens when you have reduced salt in that product is not as big of a deal. If you are talking cured product, any type of snack stick, jerky, you have to have salt. Whole muscle stuff, you can get away kind of. I don't think it is very good if you don't have salt.
I agree.
I don't think it's very good if you have reduced salt in a fresh product like bratwurst or Italian seasoning, but you can get away with it if that's what you want, but you cannot in a cured product.
All right, I'm redrawing Matthew Connolly.
Do it. Redraw Damon Priest and Louis Eppolite as well. Unless they comment in the next about 10 seconds.
All right, Connor Houellette. And then Connor, you've got a couple of minutes here. Then if we don't hear from you, go ahead and redraw.
Do you want me to redraw the other ones then?
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay.
So if you want to, go ahead. Oh. So Steve, yep, the drawing is for the hats or shirt if you'd prefer that. Somebody a couple minutes ago asked what the June giveaway was. It's for a Waltons 11-pound sausage stuffer. This is the one that we use in almost all of our Meatgistics videos. There's a few that we use either bigger or smaller, but this is the one we generally use. Great for mid-size or if you're working by yourself. Really good stuffer. Yeah, we love it, obviously. So it's going to be this. It's going to be 3 different seasonings. One's a bratwurst, one's a sausage or a snack stick, and one is a summer sausage. We're also going to give you casings for snack stick summer sausage. Am I going to fall over here? No, got it. So just everything you need to make either summer sausage, snack stick, or fresh bratwurst.
I have 2 new winners.
Oh, okay.
I've got John Van Norman out of Wisconsin, and we've got Michael Christofield out of Indiana. If John or Michael are watching, leave us a comment down below, and we will get you added to the winners list.
And we're still looking for Connor Hullett.
John Van Norman, gotcha.
There you go.
We need Connor Hewlett and Michael Christofield.
Oh, Connor responded. DeWeasel saying Connor responded. Not seeing it though.
Yeah, I see a couple comments further up too saying
oh no,
congrats,
yeah, he definitely says I'm here.
Oh, perfect.
Clearly says I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry about that. All right, so Connor, I'll go ahead and email you on Monday. Let you choose what type of hat you want.
So we have everyone except Michael Christofield, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Michael Christofield, if you are there, let us know.
If you're not back by the time I come back, we'll draw a new winner.
Sounds good. Scotty's Backyard Barbecue. You said, I do not need another stuffer, but I do need a new hat. We don't always have free giveaways on some of the Waltons gear, but we do have some ongoing things at times for giveaways on items. On this next month, there will be a promotion. You'll have to watch the video that John puts out. Should come out on Monday. For what is on sale through the next month, but we'll have a promotion for free cutting mats. Sometimes we do things on free hats. Anything that is a Waltons branded item, we come up with something to do a free promotion on. We do have one that is ongoing, which is spending $500 and you get your choice at any hat. If it is something that people like, I can lower that amount. I know $500 is a lot to a lot of people, but we have a lot of people that spend that and they'll choose a free hat. If you guys are interested in something specific that is Waltons branded, you want a promotion, hey, I want this for free, whatever is your most popular item, I can put in some sort of promotion that says, hey, spend $100 and you get this for free. If you guys want to see something in particular there, let me know and we can set up a special deal so that you guys get some hats, shirts, cutting boards, knives, anything that has a Waltons brand on it. That's an easy thing for us to give out for free. Jennifer Woosley, you should have someone else helping that is off camera, just watching the comments. Just a suggestion for next time. We usually have somebody watching comments. We don't this time since it's a Saturday. We decided that we wanted to try a Saturday. We wanted to see what our response was, how many people watched live, how long would they watch, and this is the time of the year for us to experiment with things. So we wanted to see what would happen. So it just so happened that the first of the month was on a Saturday.
Yep.
It worked out perfect. And so John and I said, we're going to come in, we're going to do the live stream. Normally we do them during the week, and then we have...
but also, even on a weekend, we would normally have our guy. He'd normally be able to be here, just wasn't able to.
Yeah. We normally have another guy here, Patrick. You've seen on camera maybe once or twice. He doesn't appear too often. He is our back-end video editor, producer. He does everything behind the camera. He was not able to be here today. Normally he's on the back end of the camera, just on the other side of things. He's got a laptop, sits over there, and he feeds us information as we're going. Today, John and I are on our own. So we have.
What did we miss? Is that what this is about?
I assume so.
Oh.
It was comments about
apologizing in advance.
Yeah. But I know that we have missed some comments. That's one of the reasons I asked earlier on, like, hey, if we've missed something, ask it again. We have missed things. Normally we get some feed from Patrick as to what's going on.
We'll say, hey.
Things are a little different, but we're trying to get to everything we can. But if you put a comment in there and we don't get to it, don't be afraid to just copy and paste, ask it again. No one's going to be upset if you ask the question twice if we haven't gotten to it. So
here's an important one Michael just put in. Did you find a source for aprons?
Oh,
for leather aprons.
Michael,
you have no idea how excited Austin was about that.
I am still so excited about that. For a lot of reasons that I cannot fully explain on camera. There's a lot of things going on here at Waltons. Someday, once things are actually happening, I can unveil more and more as we go. One of the things today is the Pheasants Forever sponsorship that we signed on to. It seems like every day, at least every week, there is something else big and new and exciting that is happening, and a lot of that falls on me. That's why I hired John to do a lot of the videos and everything, because I can't be back here every day. I need to get John probably to do more of the product stuff. I probably should just let you just take care of the aprons.
Nah, I'm good.
But things like that, they've just taken a back seat as of late. There's a lot of other things that are exciting that are coming that are a bigger priority than leather aprons right now. However, I am super excited for leather aprons.
What's funny is in that whole thing, Jay McDonald says, at least you didn't get blamed, John. You sort of did by saying I need to push that off on you. But yeah, no, after last month's live stream, which is when I believe that was brought up, right? The orange, leather aprons. He was super excited.
It's still in my email inbox.
He won't let things go either, so he'll have an answer at some point. There's one thing I've learned about working with Austin: things never get out of his inbox until they're either a firm yes or a firm no. It
is staying there until I get an answer. I did talk with our local leather supplier. I have to get them some more information to do what we want with it, and I just haven't had the time to do that. We will get there, and I am positive we will have leather aprons someday.
Joe Hell says, now would be a good time to put Austin on the spot and ask for a fancy little fridge to hang some pancetta in. It would look great in the test kitchen. You'll see something soon, Joe. We have more than just a fancy little drying cabinet. We've got an...
Oh, I was going to talk about something else, but yeah, you're talking about the Eller.
We've got an Eller that's quite impressive. We're still thinking about... The Eller is not something that you would have in your house. It's just not, unless you're beyond ridiculous.
Now, have I talked to you about other options
We've
there?
talked about it in the past, not recently.
No, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Something will maybe happen someday, but we do have other leads out there as to what we can do with drying chambers that would be for the home processor. The reason we have not done something is because we want to find something that will do not only whole muscle dry products, but also dried larger diameter sausages, pepperonis, salamis, that type of thing. To do dried product that is like a salami or pepperoni is enough different than a whole muscle that finding something that fits for home is difficult.
that works ideally for both. I mean,
yeah, ideally for both.
Right, yeah.
Someday we will be there, but it is going to be a bit of a travel, bit of a journey. For today, we stick with the Eller that we can. We're going to show some fun stuff with it, but it won't be as easy from home.
We've got some stuff right now in our Eller drying cabinet that's hopefully just going to be awesome. All right, so how many winners have we picked so far? Are we still waiting on Michael? I think we're still waiting on him, right? Because Connor did respond, so Michael's the last one. I say we pick a couple more winners.
Go ahead.
How many do you want me to pick?
Pick a couple more. If Michael doesn't respond, he hasn't. I don't expect him to at this point.
Pick 4 more winners. All right, so we've got for winners, new winners. We've got John Shefkick, something close to that. Charles Port, Jessica Mosser, and Neil Lebrenz. So we'll watch the comments for that. Oh. So no, Arrowhead, if you're looking for something hotter than Gigawatt with ghost pepper, there's not going to be anything spicier than that. Your options there to kick up the heat are to either decrease the amount of meat you're using, so you have more spice per pound of meat, or just add more seasoning. So same thing, basically.
Red pepper. Just
or add we don't sell the extra hot ground red pepper.
We don't sell one of the red peppers we did before. Okay. Not enough people bought it, unfortunately. We had to discontinue it.
Fair enough.
If you want to add heat to anything, we sell a bunch of varieties still of red peppers, from the coarse grind all the way to the fine grind. Just add red pepper to something. That will add a ton of heat. That's the best way, quickest way, fastest way to add heat to anything.
Okay. So we'll give, it's 1:06 by our clock. We'll give till 1:09 for anyone to respond. If no one responds, we'll redraw winners for all those. I also think I want at least 1, maybe 2 winners where I can go back and just like pick my favorite comment or something, contact that person for a winner.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna do that.
You're gonna do?
You don't watch me all the time. I don't know how I'd send it out without you knowing, but figure that out. All right, question about the drawing, since I couldn't hear you. So Diana, yeah, we're drawing from the comments, kind of. So you have to go to waltonsinc.com/win, and I'll put that in there in case you still can't hear us. That's how you enter to win the hats, or, I mean, that's it for, or I'm sorry, waltonsinc.com/live to enter the winnings for the hats. God, I'm terrible at typing. So that's where you go to enter for the hats, and to win next month's giveaway, it is waltonsinc.com/win. So yeah, I don't know. I know Arrowhead has tried our ghost pepper cheese, but for anyone looking to add serious heat to anything you're making, like our hot pepper cheese is not hot. It's more like, what is that? What's the type of cheese that says it's a pepper cheese, but it's really not that hot? Hot pepper? Yeah, but what's that like? Pepper jack? Pepper jack. It's like pepper jack. The ghost pepper is not like pepper jack. The ghost pepper is extremely hot for the normal person. So if you're looking to add a good amount of heat, that ghost pepper definitely kicks it up a couple notches. David, I don't think we were looking for David at this point, but it's just a couple of minutes here until we're going to be drawing 4 new winners because I haven't seen anybody respond. Yeah, you can go ahead. I like it.
So to maybe change topics a little bit, one of the things John and I have talked about is doing some sort of like MVP selection on our Meatgistics website. Our Meatgistics website is a combination of like a learning center, a more university style learning structure to things where you can chronologically go through some different sections to learn what you want. But we also have a community section where you can ask questions, give answers to other members, read along with our blog on what we're doing each week. And we thought, you know, we should give out some sort of award on some sort of time scale basis, probably a month's time, over who has provided the most meaningful answers, or maybe the singularly
the best. Wow, that was amazing.
Yeah. That is worth a lot to give that answer to somebody. We want to reward the members of the community there that contribute to any type of question that needs to be answered there. I don't know when we're going to implement something, but
it's going to take some figuring out. It's not something we just do.
Yeah, we will in the next few months here, but we're going to try to come up with some sort of reward where we by monthly choose what we'll call an MVP, the most valuable player. We maybe come up with a different structure.
Most valuable poster.
Yeah, most valuable poster. That makes more sense. But something where we declare this person on this month having given something that is just of incredible value to either the community in general or a single poster in general. And we will give you guys or that MVP a special discount or promotion at waltonsinc.com that you can't get anywhere else. So kind of from the self-centered side of things, it's from our perspective trying to get more of you guys to contribute, give good answers, quality thought out answers to other things that your fellow sausage maker or jerky maker may be asking. But also it helps us because it grows our community, and we want to see our community grow.
And there have definitely been times where I've gone to answer something, read the question, looked at the responses, and been like, there's nothing left for me to add to this. And it's been answered so I'll just upvote whoever's response it was that I liked and move on. So it helps us out too. A couple of quick things is, one, we may eventually have the orange koozies back as a giveaway. There's, you can see him looking at me.
Those will be.
It is my fault that we don't have any orange koozies to give away.
I will say I brought 2 in today for you and me out of my own personal stash
so these
at
can't
home.
be given to anyone else.
No, if you give that away, I will hurt you. Those are my own personal stash from home.
So yeah, there was a problem a long time ago with koozies. And then there was Big John, who I believe that's the Big John who I just released a video not too long ago on your pizza dough recipe, which worked out really well, by the way. That he's trying to convince his daughter that either we are or we aren't brothers. I can't tell which one. Either we yes or no. But
John is a wannabe brother.
I have multiple times tried to submit paperwork to his father to adopt me. Yes, I'm 40 years old, but I could still be adopted. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm only 30.
I could
10
get
years
right
difference,
in there.
It's not a big deal.
Just be part of the Waltons family. All right, I've seen nothing with any of the recent winners.
No.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and redraw all of them.
Yep. Maybe we should not redraw, and I can
just pick for a
argue
new.
this one. Yeah, should we just? Our viewers are lower than they were when we started. Should we do a just hey?
Start a new one from right here.
Or
yeah,
maybe,
I'm good with that. So
okay.
just people can see it. All right.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take a minute or two. Hang with us for anyone. We're gonna switch over what's on waltonsinc.com/live. We'll get a new one for just people who are watching from here on out, and we'll pick from just you guys. That's a better way to do it. You're doing it?
Oh, sure.
Well, I mean, if somebody's gonna do it, it clearly should be you.
You sounded like you were like
oh no
motivated and like you knew you were doing.
I'm motivated for it to happen. I'm not motivated to do it.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta go grab my charger. My laptop's about to die.
You have little laptop charging ability. Bear with us for one moment, everybody. We're going to get a new giveaway widget put out there so that we will only have giveaway entries for anyone who is currently watching. So we will keep drawing some winners for some new hats, shirts, and other gear from Waltons, but we will limit it to only those that enter as of now. I am currently in the process of publishing a couple pages here, and once we get them published, I'll let you know, and we'll restart the drawing.
Did you say, "Oh ye of little laptop power"?
Yeah,
is that what that was?
I did. I say that jokingly because I need to get you a new laptop, so you'll get one eventually. I promise.
This one seems just fine.
No, it's not. When you get a new one, you'll be like, "Oh my gosh, this is night and day."
I won't.
Yeah, you will.
I really won't.
You and Patrick were complaining the other day about
not
the
about
thing.
my laptop.
You complaining about that one?
That one.
What?
This one's definitely better than that one.
No, you're wrong.
It's not even close.
Then you're doing something wrong.
Oh, that one?
That one's about 2 years newer than yours.
Well, that doesn't mean it's better.
No.
Newer doesn't always mean better.
That was my laptop.
Yeah.
Before. That is better than your laptop. Guarantee it. We'll figure it out next week.
All right, so you set up a new...
Saved. That one looks good.
Oh, but you're going to have to update all of it on CMS.
No, I did.
You did?
See, you have 0 entries.
Oh, okay.
All
right,
so
it's good to go. Refresh your page, and you should be able to enter again, and then it'll be just for people who are watching from here on out.
Yeah, so make sure that you refresh the page. If you do not refresh the page at waltonsinc.com/live, you will be on the old giveaway entry. If you refresh, make sure you hit the play button.
Yep.
Keep watching John and I. But the new giveaway widget is there. The only entries that are allowed at this point are people that are watching from now on. So we are going to try to draw some more winners for hats, t-shirts, etc. From people that are just currently watching right now. Your chances are really good, so make sure you hit refresh and re-enter the competition there.
Lori says, just going to say again, I love your kitchen. Excellent.
I don't really like it.
So, Lori, I choose everything? Pretty much everything.
Close to it.
What? Not.
I chose the doorknobs.
You did not. I went.
You didn't. Okay. Well. No, you didn't want doorknobs.
I didn't want doorknobs.
So I chose that we would have doorknobs.
Right, but I chose the doorknobs. This you had a pretty good say in, and the fridge, which the fridge I wasn't a huge fan of, but now I'm glad we went with something like that.
Yeah. I would have been not as happy, I don't think, with something different. I don't even know if we've even had it in a. Have we had it in a camera shot so far?
Yeah. Well, we've panned to it.
Okay.
So.
That's my biggest concern.
No. What's weird is, I mean, you could look at it from a certain, like, it's all your money, or at least like your family's money, but I'm the one who doesn't want to spend it. I always want to spend very little bit of money, and you're always saying, no, get this instead of.
I'm also looking at it that 2 years from now, I don't want to spend more.
Yeah.
I want to spend it. If we spend it now, I don't. I'm gonna be on the hook for the next 5 years.
I'm not good with looking at things long term.
Now, to be honest, it's up to the viewers out there. But if we continue to grow the way we have been, we won't have this set in 5 years for sure. We'll have another kitchen like somewhere else.
But it'll be within 2 miles of my house, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking
that's the important thing.
We have like we have like 5 acres here. We can build.
We really?
Yeah, we do.
Do we own the lot next to us, or is this just 5 acres?
No. Our lot's 5 acres.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. My wife and I have been talking about buying. Okay, that doesn't matter. But that's not big enough for what we were thinking. Okay.
But there's enough room if we expanded and we grow here. We will build something eventually that is just ours. It won't be make something in the building work. It'll be we'll build our own thing.
Okay. Huh.
So keep growing it.
Yeah, we can keep doing that.
A high percentage, and we'll be there.
Joe would like to see us arm wrestle. That can't be. You can't feel good about your chances there.
I will say this.
You can't.
Right now, no, we can't do that. We need to have a date set in the future that I work up to. I have beat my older brother in an arm wrestle before.
Cole?
Yeah. You've seen him,
I've
right?
seen Cole.
I have the video. I have the proof. I have beat him. So I know.
How long ago?
A while.
How long?
Like 4 or 5 years.
Okay, that's more reasonable.
No, Cole was still Cole 4 or 5 years ago. I was not me 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay. Were you still bigger, or was that your running nonstop phase?
No, I was running, but I was also doing like P90X then. I was like,
yeah. Well, you're not doing that now.
Yeah.
I'll give you a year. I'll give you a solid year.
A solid year.
Yeah.
So June 1st, 2020. We will arm wrestle.
Sure. Works for me.
I'm in. No one else out there knows that beating my brother was a big deal.
No. Cole is actually an impressive looking guy. To beat him at anything physical that's not a small win. I mean, he runs, not marathons necessarily, but what he does.
He does everything. He runs, he CrossFits, he powerlifts. Like, he does it all.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to mess with that.
If there's a dude that you needed for something and you didn't know what it was, I'd call Cole.
That would be your.
Because he could do it all. Cole, hopefully you're watching, because I'm giving you props.
Or hopefully not.
Minus the fact that I said that I beat you in an arm wrestle, which you might dispute, but I do have the pictorial evidence that I beat you, so I'm just saying.
All right, so there's 45 people who've entered.
Draw them.
Uh-huh. How many?
Do a couple. See if people respond.
4? 5?
4.
All right, so we've got Jody Resch, John Moore, David Horan, and Ashley Maines. We're looking for a Jody Resch, I assume it's Resch with a W, a John Moore, a David Horan, and an Ashley Maines. And congratulations. So Doug, oddly enough, that's what my wife and I were talking about doing, was some livestock stuff. And if this is 5 acres, I don't think it's big enough for that.
Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to have like
No.
2 horses or like a couple sheep or?
So we want to have a rescue / petting farm, which when the animals get too old, I get to kill them and eat them. So it'd be like a petting farm with like a processing thing on the back end. That's how, to be able to do that, I've made her, or forced her to agree that I get to eat them at the end. So
That is horrible.
it is not good, but I am going to do it.
Just remember though, it's not going to be good meat at that point.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't care about that.
Okay.
Just why wouldn't you? Why not eat it?
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
You
Bury it?
No, don't bury it.
Don't
like
bury
if
it.
you're gonna process it, at least like
Make sausage out of it.
you could make sausage and
Right.
donate it, like local food bank type of thing. Just know that it's not
it myself.
gonna be like, well, I'm assuming you're gonna have more than you can eat yourself.
I doubt that.
You're gonna be a large man.
Well, that's fine. All right, I've not seen anyone say. Again, the winners were Jody Resch, John Moore, David Horan, and Ashley Maines. I have to imagine they're here.
So I like Lori's comment. She said, y'all should build a barn-like structure where you can house guests. You could hold smoking, sausage making classes. People charge a ton of money for that stuff. People pay to do it too.
Yeah, we could do that.
Honestly, we wouldn't have to charge a lot of money for anything. But
Ashley's here. Okay.
we should build a barn right next to the storage building out there that is like the video studio, and have like the bottom being the studio and like the top being like the loft. And the loft is like we got a couple bedrooms, bring people in and like hang out, do stuff. We got a living room and like an entertainment center. I could see it.
Yeah, that could work. Air conditioned for sure.
Oh,
For sure.
definitely.
All right, John Moore's here. All right, so we've got Ashley and John, David and Jody. If anyone can point out that they've been here. David and Jody. Oh, David Willis versus David Horan. Okay. So still looking for David and Jody. Oh, Jody's here. All right. Awesome. And Lori says, see, I got ideas.
I appreciate the ideas, Lauren. Honestly, you guys would be surprised. Like, if you guys have ideas, you guys giving us stuff helps a lot. We do, not to downplay what we come up here with ideas, we come up with a lot of good ideas. But a lot of what we do and a lot of our ideas and where we move, where we go to, how the business changes is reliant on you guys And honestly, that's one of the reasons I love the live stream, is to be able to sit here in front of you guys live,
interact with them,
give you live feedback, hear live feedback from you. It's interesting. But what we do is solely based on you guys. So any ideas you guys have, we are always more than welcome to hear them. So definitely let us know. Even if it's not something we've asked for on the live stream, you just have a suggestion, let us know.
Yep.
Barnpros.com. You know, Joe, we could go to barnpros.com, but I've also seen that you can go to Menards.
We've gone to Menards quite a bit.
And I like Menards. Yeah. But Menards has like their 11% off rebates, and it's hard to beat anything at Menards at 11% off. But you can build like barns and like whole buildings. I'm gonna have to look at that. It's probably not up to what should be a standard. Menards is not exactly,
or any type of
the highest standard. Yeah. But we could build a barn.
All right. I think we're still waiting for a David, right? David Horan. I'm gonna quickly look through the comments for David. Willis, David Willis.
Scotty's Backyard, saying you like our new tipper tie clipper. We don't actually sell tipper tie, so what kind of clipper are you talking about? Are you just talking about the new Waltons bag and casing clipper? Because tipper tie is a brand. Just kind of curious what you're seeing there.
All right, I'm gonna redraw the David Horan one.
Okay, the big new clipper. Yeah, we actually just got, within the last 6 months or so maybe, a new bag and casing clipper, but it was for all intents and purposes the same as the old. We had to redesign a few things.
Redesigned, yeah. It's
yeah,
not the same.
It's not entirely new. It's just redesigned.
Right.
It's the same thing redesigned. I wouldn't call it a whole new product, but it's the same. But we've had one for a while for the home processor to the very small to small mid-size commercial processor. It's something that works amazing. It is so much nicer than using like the automatic hog rings or the single load hog ring pliers. Those are not fun. If you do any more than probably a 50-pound batch at a time, I would get one of those bag and casing clippers. They're not that expensive,
nope,
and they save you a ton of time.
All right, so I put a comment out there, but Elizabeth Resch, as I assume how you say that, you were the redraw winner. So as long as you respond in the next minute or two, if not, we'll just draw a new winner, I guess.
Okay.
I don't understand. Austin's koozie for me. I'll trade a Florida on for it. Florida 1 for it.
Trade a Florida on for it?
1. Trade a Florida 1 for it. He just left off the E. So he types like I type. Not always
really
all
crappy.
the letters. Don't need all really the letters. Bad. You can get it from context.
Austin koozie for me. Lol. I will trade a Florida.
Go Vafe. Covafe meat.
What is that?
Oh, Trump. Like I saw like some early in the morning weird thing he did with Covafe. Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, so Elizabeth Resch, still waiting.
I still have barnpros.com on. I can't let go of it. Joe, I don't know that it's ever going to come to fruition, but I like your barnpros.com website.
Yeah, so Broncos colors, yep, they are pretty much Broncos colors.
Wait.
No, I think he's now understanding that you did get it. All right, so shortly I'm going to say that there's no Elizabeth. It's 134. Once 135 hits, I'm going to go ahead and say that she's not here anymore.
What are we at on the total?
Oh, you were right. Probably, he probably is Pacific Northwest. All right, it's 135. I'm changing that winner. Repick win. All right, Arlene McCurdy. Arlene McCurdy, you've got, it's 135 to 138. So just comment saying that you're here. And by the way, like when we say it's a comment, you could be on either YouTube or waltonsinc.com/live.
It's the same thing.
Either way, let you comment.
We're seeing the same thing.
Okay. Oh, so there we go. All right, so that is all 4 winners from the ones I chose. So again, everyone, I'll email you on Monday. We'll get your addresses, we'll get what you chose, and we'll get them sent out to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was only one that, any one of them, you can either have a hat or a shirt. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't even remember which one it was that I said was a shirt one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
Third one, I think.
Anybody, you get your pick of a hat, a shirt.
Whatever
we don't care. Whatever you want. Will. They can have any shirt they want, but they can either have an orange, a camo, or a gray hat.
Or blue.
No,
or
no
a
blue
hat. They can absolutely have a
No,
blue
they
hat.
can't choose a blue hat.
Whatever they want, doesn't matter. I'm going to send out a blue hat. No. If there's going to be a blue hat signed and sent out, it will be just me.
No.
You will not have any.
No. Is your last name Walton?
Not officially yet. I mean, it could be. I could change my last name. You don't have like a monopoly on that last name.
Oh, I trademarked it.
It just wouldn't matter.
I trademarked it. I did it. Allie, what are you doing? Why are you commenting?
That is terrible.
Oh, no, Allie. This is where you are wrong. Waltons do not look good in blue when they're a Walton's hat because you have to have a contrasting color for a Walton. She always says Walton's are good in blue, so you're wearing a blue hat. She's on your side. She's wrong.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. I thought she was giving out something else when she said at Austin Walton.
No, she's just trying to get my attention.
Gotcha.
That is
you are right, though, Allie.
No, my user.
Yeah.
You know. What is the best cut of meat to make summer sausage and snack stick? I would argue that it's pork butt. If you're gonna take anything and make summer sausage or snack stick, if I go to the store and I'm gonna buy something for it, it's pork butt. I'm gonna try to buy boneless. My struggle has been I can't find boneless anymore.
No,
most people they sell you the bone in and then you got to bone it out. Used to be back in the day you could still get boneless, or they would bone it out for free. Now they don't. Most places don't do that anymore.
No.
But if it's pork butt, pork shoulder, whatever you want to call it. That's the best thing to make anything out of.
Yeah, and I agree with him. I like pork shoulder, pork butt more than anything else, but that's if you're doing pork. If you want to do beef, chuck works really well. It's in the right, like if you want to do a beef snack steak or a beef summer sausage, it's in the right amount of lean to fat ratio. So if you don't want to do pork and you want to do beef, I'd say chuck. But yeah, no, without a question, I'd say it's pork butt. I far prefer pork over beef for any type of sausage like that.
The fat tastes better.
Yep.
And it's cheaper. It's my two reasons right there. Yeah. That's it.
Absolutely. So yeah, it does only take a couple of minutes to debone. So it's fairly easy to do yourself, but still, I mean, it's simpler to have someone else do it for you.
Any tips on snow goose summer sausage?
Yeah.
I wouldn't treat snow goose any different than anything else as far as what seasoning I would use. Like
as long as?
Well, yeah, as long as you add some pork fat. I would start off, if you want a traditional summer sausage, and I don't want to like downplay it too much, but H summer, traditional, very traditional, but it is very good. If you want some different flavor, we have a whole lot of different options out there for you, but H summer is really good to go with. As long as you add a little bit of pork fat, any type of goose is going to be very lean meat. You're going to be talking maybe 5% at the most fat. I don't even think you could get up to 10.
Breast probably less than 5%, but you could probably get 10% on the legs.
It'd be maybe 10% on the legs, 5 less than that on the breast. I would kind of go into it saying there's no fat and just say, okay, if I want to get to a 80-20 meat product, take 80% of whatever you're going to make, use it out of the goose, take 20% of straight pork fat, add that in, bank sausage, use H summer.
And then you're close to, I mean, we say 80-20 sometimes, but honestly 70-30 or 75-25 is ideal.
Tastes better.
If you do exactly what Austin said, you're at that 75-25, 70-30, which will be a little bit better of a product. So.
Do we have any Land Jaeger? We've got a question from DeWeasel.
What about Land Jaeger?
Wants Land Jaeger.
Like the Land Jaeger, we sell a great Land Jaeger seasoning. Do we stock it?
Yeah, we stock it.
We stock it, yeah. It's excellent. Really nice, fresh tasting seasoning. So we've got a video on doing it. It's not like a truly classic Land Jaeger because it's not a dried. It's really just a smoked Land Jaeger, but it is absolutely awesome. It's actually one of the better specialty sausages that, in my opinion at least, that I've done. Really nice, light, fresh tasting, not too heavy. So I didn't see his actual question. Was it just, I suppose I could look for it.
Wait, never mind.
Hungry for a Land Jaeger, yeah. So yeah, we've got a video on how to make a version of Land Jaeger. It's not like a traditional flattened out. We did do our best to flatten it out, but it did plump back up a decent amount.
Did you use a hand press or something like that, or did you just smush it?
I took something and just smushed it down.
Okay.
Yeah, so I understuffed and smushed it down. I didn't want to grab like a hand press or anything because I was going to use it one time.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth it. Land Jaeger with a wild game. I'm assuming he's saying wild game when he says game. I've never tried that. No reason that wouldn't work as long as you added some fat.
Yeah, the general rule with wild game compared to beef or pork is do the exact same thing. Just make sure that you have the right fat content.
Yep.
Because wild game is not the same on the fat ratio.
Not even close.
And so you've got to add preferably pork fat. If you don't have pork fat, you can do beef fat.
Beef tallow will work,
but
it's not as good.
Pork fat is much better. So you can do anything you do with wild game, with pork, with beef. Just make sure you have the fat to do it with. Make sure the ratios are right.
Yeah. And I will say, Joe just said, check out his thread on Meatgistics for sous vide versus reverse sear. It is excellent. There is a ton of good information on there. Some differing opinions, but it's awesome. You should definitely check that out if you're thinking about getting into sous videing a lot of things. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay. Ted Mattia asking, it was time to wrap ribs. What did I miss? Ted, what time did you leave? What do you want a recap on? Let us know, and we'll try to kind of go back through things and give a quick recap over some things. Willie Joe, hey guys, how long is this live stream gonna last? It depends. A lot of times the live streams, we do them as long as you guys are interested and still throwing questions out, you're asking things, and we have something to do, honestly. If the questions dry up and we've gone through everything we wanted to cover for the day, we will wrap up the live stream. Normally, if we start at 11, this honestly is a long live stream, but we don't mind it at all. We expect a live stream to last maybe 2 hours or so from the content that we think we can put out there. But a lot of times that content gets varied and changed based upon the questions you guys ask. So as long as you guys keep asking questions and we have the viewership to warrant it, we will keep live streaming. So just keep asking questions and we'll stay here as long as you guys want us to. Carlin McCarthy. Can anyone recommend best sous vide equipment? Do you sell at Waltons? Joe Hell also commented about a little bit on sous vide there. Right now, we have very limited sous vide equipment. We have one sous vide option right now. I will argue that what we have for a sous vide option is very nice.
Yeah.
It does small containers, it does big containers. Problem is, it does not have any of the smart features that you would expect out of a normal, like modern sous vide cooker.
Expect or want. Would say,
Yeah.
Not necessarily expect, but makes it more convenient to use. Yeah.
You have push buttons to change the temperature, the time, turn it on and off. It works well if you're there.
But you can do a much bigger amount.
Yeah, you can do like 30 liters.
I think
it is
30 liters.
It's huge.
It's a huge amount that it will do, and it will do it. I've taken one of our meat lugs. You have to put a covering over it to keep some of the heat in, but it will get it up to whatever you want. So the SV1 definitely will do much larger amounts of water than a regular sous vide cooker, and keep it there too. So.
I think the biggest benefit over what we have then over other people is that you can do the large batches. We are still waiting on a new model that is kind of the Wands style, the small sous vide cooker that you would put in like a kitchen pot. We're waiting on one of those from Weston right now. They've been promising for a long time.
Long time.
And I would really hope that Ryan at Weston right now is watching, because I'll give him crap next week and tell him, hey, I need this. Where is it at? We have done some looking ourselves as to getting our own. One way or another, we have one model right now. We are going to get more models. The benefit is the one model we have right now we feel can encompass any use. The problem is it's not as cheap as what you would see from Amazon. You can go buy one from Amazon for $40 and it's gonna work for a couple times.
For a pot or
for a little bit, but it's not gonna do what ours can do. But we wanna get some more there. So if you're interested in sous vide, keep us in mind. If you gotta buy something now, think about us in the future. We're gonna have some more options there coming soon.
And then Joe just chimed in with the fact that you want to look for high wattage. Phone connectivity is neat, but it's not necessary. It's just the feature.
Yeah.
It's just the feature.
Joe, I talked to a few of the bigger name brands, and the problem is specifically on like the ones like the Nova, where they have some of the fun features.
Or the Jewel.
Or the Jewel. No, actually, was it Jewel?
It was Jewel.
It was Jewel?
It was Jewel initially.
I've talked to both. I don't know if I should or shouldn't say that, but I think it was Jewel that I talked to, and they told me that they would not sell to other distributors or retailers, which was disappointing because.
But not that surprising.
I know they want all the money to themselves. Right. They don't want to split the margin with somebody else. But cool product. But they did not have any other distribution retailers at the point. I talked with them, and I'd get back with them in the future about if anything changed there. Nothing has changed enough to make a difference. Right. The Innova, any other brands I've talked to, nobody wants to give us enough of a margin to make it worth it. I can't make a 5 or 10% margin.
Right. Yeah, it just doesn't work.
I have to have enough to pay John here to
give
you guys recipes. And make videos and do things. I mean, there's other things to consider. So sometimes it comes down to I have to make enough on something that I can provide you guys with other content that makes it worth it. And anything sous vide I found has not been up to par on one of the fronts.
So Arrowhead and Joel would both like our bar stools. So if we do get new ones.
I want new bar stools. I still do.
These are more comfortable than anything else we're going to get. Yes, they're too high.
They're comfy. They're too high.
Barely too high.
I want to be down like 3 inches.
So
3 inches. We honestly could cut the legs off.
Right. So we could just do that and not buy anything new.
We could cut the legs off knowing that if it doesn't work, we're buying new ones.
And give them away.
But we need to have a plan on what we're buying, because I don't want to get into a trap. But
right, and then have to stand.
There's literally like 3 inches there to cut off before we get to the runner.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, let's do it. Bring in our miter saw and set it up somehow where it's. I think we can figure that out. We can figure that out.
Dremel.
No, we're not doing a Dremel.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, we could try and figure that out. So if that
it can be done.
Doesn't work for Joe and Arrowhead, yeah, we'll give them away.
I can probably find where we bought these from originally. Now the difference is the backing and what we're sitting on. These are custom.
Right.
I believe, I might be wrong, I'm pretty sure my mother made the backing and the seat because.
Just out of something?
Yeah, out of fabric, just from together, did stuff. Like, they broke. They were not high quality enough fabric, what we got for these like director style chairs. And we tried to replace them a few times and they would break. Because, I mean, this is a very heavy fabric.
Yeah, if they're holding me, they're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it took something special to hold John up over there.
Sure.
But.
Not a light guy.
I'm not much lighter than you are, so.
Oh, no, still. Yes.
What are you?
20 pounds at least, I bet.
No way.
I absolutely bet.
How much do you weigh?
Like 187, 188, somewhere in that range right now.
No, I'm like low end, like 180.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Uh-huh.
So Austin used to run like a maniac.
I used to be like 130.
Huh. Well, I mean, you still hold it pretty well. It's not like I look at you and I'm like, God, you've gotten fat.
No, I've gotten fat.
So, no.
Promise.
All right. Do you want to do one more quick giveaway?
Sure. Do another one.
All right, I'm drawing. How many more winners?
Just draw one more.
One more winner.
That's all we got. We've drawn like 16.
Have we really?
There was like 13 or 14 on the original and like 3 or 4 on the additional. Like,
wow.
There's a lot.
All right, so Shane Bell. Shane, you got a couple of minutes to respond. If not, we're going to draw another one, and we're going to stay here until we've got somebody who is still here. Yeah, Joe's, I don't know how much you want me to say, but Joe's been a pretty big success story, so.
I'm finally reading comments. Willie Joe says, go get a saw and cut Austin's chair now. We do need to cut these because we can either cut them or we get new ones. Like,
So you cut it right below that. That's your 3-ish inches.
Or I could get a new one. You could keep the old one.
Stay at this height?
Yeah.
So we could be about the same height. Nope, there we go. Shane is here. All right. So that is everybody. Everybody who we drew on the new one was here. We may or may not look through and determine a person or two who deserved a hat who didn't get chose.
Yeah, we'll see if we can find somebody there.
Okay. And then we'll go ahead and contact that person. I know I've got a few. That's nice to read, Joe. I know working here sometimes is both a positive and a negative influence on my weight. From time to time, there's too much food around here where I get hungry and I just start eating.
It depends.
But generally, it's just meat.
Is it food that is meat
right,
that we produce,
meat, right.
or is it like the like food day or Friday type of thing?
It's not.
Those,
that's not that big a deal anymore. We don't do them that often. When
we don't.
do them.
We should do them more often, but we don't as much as we used to. The reason I used to weigh like close to 240 pounds because Friday, and like we had food days all the time. Austin was all about the food all the time. We don't have food days anymore, which is good. Well, we do, but very rarely.
But then you all of a sudden started running like 16 miles a day for a while there.
Yeah.
Right? That's obscene.
Some of it's the movement, some of it's the eating. It's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. But.
Was Brett here? Oh.
Oh, hey.
There you go.
I'm going to point him out and just make sure he feels like he's special. Brett Walton, who just commented, that is our president and CEO. So if you want to call out Brett and ask him any questions, he is watching right now because he commented. So feel free to comment and direct it at Brett and let him know that you are here.
Sean's question on wild game.
Those chairs are from the convention booth. They technically are.
I'm sure
they are. But
they
they have been redone like 3 times because they keep breaking. This fabric over time did not stand up That's why these are not the original fabric. So they might be from the convention booth, but they have been transformed to the studio kitchen.
But if I'm comfortable in them and they're holding me, it must be a stronger fabric.
Much stronger fabric. Much stronger fabric.
So earlier, Sean asked, for wild game, do you prefer to use ground pork or just fat for a combination? Or a combination. If you're adding fat, the easiest way to do it by far is to use just pork fat. It's the easiest way to figure out exactly what your percentage is, and it's going to give you the best finished product. If you can't get that, then the easiest way to do it is to take like a pork butt and use almost a 50-50. It won't be quite at the right percentage, but it'll be a lot closer. It's very hard to try to take a pork butt and accurately figure that out with like your venison or something like that. So a 50-50, or even better if you can get it, is a straight pork fat.
So the question by Lou Flores, who won? That's a complicated question.
Well, it is a complicated question.
Complicated question.
Who won last month's was Jeffrey Bullard, and then there's been a large number of winners for
We've selected like a dozen plus.
Quite a few.
Yeah. But it was a too present to be win. Like, if you want to win, you had to be present. Like,
right, so there were quite a few redraws.
If you weren't here before, we redrew and we got new winners. So
I will say there was nobody whose name was Lou Flores.
No, there was not. Sorry, Lou.
And being at the shooting range that's a worthy use of your time, so there's nothing wrong with that. All right, do we have anything else?
That's all I got.
That's all I've got. So thanks for joining us. We'll do this again next month on the 1st, whatever day that falls. I think we've shown Saturday's worth coming in on.
We'll see. Yeah.
So.
Looks good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
We'll see you guys next time.